The Hollywood.
Work is on its way, boy.
Got a 4-5 with a new drum, but a new vibe in the street.
I sold my heart right to the streets and I can't play with that. This shit that I did for the streets, I'm not gon' talk about that. I bought my youngins a new 40, told them play with that. So when them niggas spin the black, how you gon' play with that? Got a 4-5 with a new drum, but a new vibe in the streets. Lay it down on the back blocks that I died in the streets. 4-5 with a new drum, but a new vibe in the streets. Laying down on the back blocks that I died in the streets. Body's on my conscience, and I won't let it. Paranoia taking over, I won't let it. Out your right mind, you won't sober. Know the streets took a toll on you, but you a soldier. This shit I seen too many times before. Drugs taking over, they won't let them go. They make the wrong move, fuck it, we gon' let it blow. He just let me know that niggas' minds ain't right. Only killing for protection. My young niggas got obsessions. For that clout, they gon' press him. Consumed by the hate, another snake that's gon' bless him. He's supposed to be your brother, but he's screaming out that slime shit. Got a blood oath with my family, that's my tie. Y'all put your faith in me, and now we got it, we gon' all shine. And that's my word to the streets. 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 That's my word, yeah. I sold my heart right to the streets and I can't play with that. This shit that I did for the streets, I'm not gonna talk about that. I bought my youngins a new 40, told them play with that. So when them niggas spin the black, how you gon' play with that? Got a 4-5 with a new drum, but a new vibe in the streets. Lay it down on the back blocks that I died in the streets. 4-5 with a new drum, but a new vibe in the streets. Laying down on the back blocks that I've died in the streets.
Father God, first I ask for forgiveness. I ask that you look past our times that we have fell short. Father God, for our ones who do not know your love, Father God, I know that is my purpose to be a lighthouse in your grace. Wherever you lead my steps, whatever obstacle or hardships to come, I pray that you give us strength in the face of the enemy. Father God, thank you for listening to my soul. Amen.
I sold my heart right to the streets and I can't play with that. This shit that I did for the streets, I'm not gonna talk about that. I bought my youngins a new 40, told them play with that. So when them niggas spin the black, how you gon' play with that? Got a 4-5 with a new drum, but a new vibe in the streets. Laying down on the back blocks that I've died in the streets. 4-5 with a new drum, but a new vibe in the streets. Laying down on the back blocks that I've died in the streets.
Peace and blessings to all American Aborigines, man. Drop them fire emojis as y'all come in. It's gonna let me know the audio is clear. Y'all know the vibes, man. We know the vibes. We're gonna get right into a bag, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. I want to say peace and blessings. We already lit. So you get your backwoods, your coffee, your tea, whatever you need. Shout out to everybody. Some other big tap, man. Y'all know the vibes.
Situation for what it was. You know, I didn't look at my life like it was a movie. I didn't look at all the moving parts. So you I can really understand what it was. You know, they say love make you blind. Yeah.
I'm introverted. I don't talk to niggas cause I'm constantly serving. I got a trap on top of my bed, I got a murder. Echoes of the block, the streets wanna murder. This shit come with burdens. The streets wanna murder. Streets wanna murder. I told you that this thing of ours it come with burdens. This shit come with burdens. This shit come with burdens. This shit come with burdens. Paint the city red. All the shit I seen replaying in my head. Heard the streets talking, so we called them boys instead. Block wanna murder and they call with another feds. And I thought they would, but it was right, really, niggas was crooked. Playing the 50 with niggas that cost them a bullet. Ain't wanna do it to them, but I had to pull it. One foot in the streets, one foot in the trap, my hand on the music. I write my wrongs on this microphone, it's therapeutic. I know the streets listen when I talk, I can't abuse it. I can't abuse it. I can't abuse it. Oh no, I can't abuse it. I don't talk to niggas cause I'm constantly serving. I got a trap on top of my bed, I got a murder. Echoes of the block, the streets wanna murder. This shit come with burden. I'm introverted. I don't talk to niggas cause I'm constantly serving. I got a trap on top of my bed, I got a murder. Echoes of the block, the streets wanna murder. This shit come with burdens. The streets wanna murder. streets wanna murder. I told you that this thing of ours, it come with burdens. This shit come with burdens. This shit come with burdens. Yeah, baby, you know why I get it. Stuck in the grind, bitch, I'm on a mission. Over they talking, little baby, I'm different. Hand on my nuts, I handle my business. Hand on my phone, shit in the plenty. I'm really rapping the shit that I'm living. I got a problem inside of my mind. I hear the streets talking, they tell me to get it. Yeah, I gotta get it. Yeah, bitch, she tell me I'm tripping. Tell me all of my money on top of my music to give myself what I was missing. Yeah, I was broke. I never asked them niggas for a bag. I never caught them niggas in the jam. I know the ops stepping in the moon. I know my head going for a 10. I don't talk to niggas cause I'm constantly serving. I got a trap on top of my bag, I got a murder. Head goes try to block the streets, wanna murder. This shit come with burdens, the streets wanna murder.
Whatever it takes, whatever it takes, it's heli.
Let's go.
I seek no rewards.
She helped them up that video.
Look.
Pressures of being great. I'm tatted with scars, I feel the look from their eyes, I know they gazing from far. Overcoming my fears, I never wanted this life, been giving them pain. Know my soul been paying the price, give fuck about the ice. Really, I just give on my life, been thinking too much. Inside my head, I'm living it twice, been feeling convicted. Every time I step on this mic, my art form, it come from God. This ain't no gimmick, my nigga, the vision really is vivid. See my canvas and shiver. Every time I'm here to deliver. My ex bitch, she ain't believing, now she crying me rivers. She got a heavy heart, but ain't no time for reminiscing. Guard my energy, won't turn me to a victim. Believe in my potential, fuck what you projecting. I make you see my words, like this is a projection. I pray to God to calm my soul, yes I need some protection. Ain't busting down my watch, ain't busting down my change. Got everything to lose, got everything to gain. Yeah, my soul tied to this shit. And I told the opposition that I'll die for this shit. It's you versus you. Never let this fucking world ever tell you who the fuck that you supposed to be. It's you versus you. Never let them tell you who you are. Define yourself, nigga. Focus on your dreams. It's you versus you. Never let this fucking world ever tell you who the fuck that you supposed to be. It's you versus you. Never let them tell you who you are. Define yourself, nigga. Focus on your dreams. It's you versus you. It's you versus you. In conversation with myself, the hardest battle of all. And when you look inside that mirror, are you seeing your flaws? I became a man, and my dad was never involved. But all these people trying to be the same, it's hard to evolve. Gave birth to a poet. Really, I just write what I saw. And all them days alone writing, it was just me and God trying to find my purpose. I needed a sign. Many days I was lost, I was trapped in a bind. The type of fear that I felt, you can feel in your spine. It's me versus me. I knew that I was different from niggas. I talk my shit. And really, I be shitting on niggas. I'm staying humble. Yeah, I'm staying humble. Ain't busting down my watch, ain't busting down my change. Got everything to lose, got everything to gain. Yeah, my soul tied to this shit. And I told the opposition that I'll die for this shit. It's you versus you. Never let this fucking world ever tell you who the fuck that you supposed to be. It's you versus you. Never let them tell you who you are. Define yourself, nigga. Focus on your dreams. It's you versus you. Never let this fucking world ever tell you who the fuck that you supposed to be. It's you versus you. Never let them tell you who you are. Define yourself, nigga. Focus on your dreams. It's you versus you.
Don't let this fucking place define you.
It's you versus you.
At the end of the day, you gotta look at it. Who are
It's
you?
you versus you.
What do you do this for? They're always gonna tell you what you're supposed to do, but at the end of the day, walking God's plan.
Now we on the beach with the banger.
Whatever it takes. The alleyway. Feelings from the past, yeah, you gotta pay attention. Feelings from the past, yeah, you gotta pay attention. They won't say my name, but they put it in a mention. Too much sneak dissing, yeah, we need an intervention. Right before the fall, I swear my niggas, they won't listen. Right before the fall, you took them pills, you got addicted. Right before the fall, you run your mouth, you turn to business. Bring my niggas in the cage, know that shit get lonely. You was with me from the start, but you did me phony. Look my bitch right in the eyes, tell her she my only. Poppin' shit on Instagram, they don't even know me. Had to turn my savage up to turn me to the old me. Killers moving silent, so I gotta kill them softly. Lie better, little baby, but lie better. You playing the other side on God out. trendsetter, no talking I did better. They watching my moves, flying my moves. I did let up, I kept it at 5. Niggas get shifty, I did something, I'm moving around. Had to get to it, this bread, something they want me to drown. Remember they told me I was nothing, I've been through some things. On God, baby, I can't run it. Feelings from the past, yeah, you gotta pay attention. They won't say my name, but they put it in a mention. Too much sneak dissing, yeah, we need an intervention. Right before the fall, I swear my niggas, they won't listen. Right before the fall, you took them pills, you got addicted. Right before the fall, you run your mouth, you turn to dentist. Free my niggas in the cage, know that shit get lonely. You was with me from the start, but you did me phony. Look my bitch right in the eyes, tell her she my only. Poppin' shit on Instagram, they don't even know me. Had to turn my savage up to turn me to the old me. Killers moving silent, so I gotta kill them softly. Do better, you said that you do better. These niggas playing in 50, I really got moved better. I got these on my block, I can't play round. I position on my life, I can't play round. We gon' get it back in blood if they stay round. Know them niggas off the drugs, they gon' lay down. I was love, you put me right in the middle. Got niggas that screaming gang and niggas that wanna kill you. They got feelings from the past, pay attention. They only sending shots cause these niggas want attention. Won't be no RIP, heli intervention. Put threats on my name, make me turn them to a pension. Feelings from the past, yeah, you gotta pay attention. They won't say my name, but they put it in a mention. Too much sneak dissing, yeah, we need an intervention. Right before the fall, I swear my niggas, they won't listen. Right before the fall, you took them pills, you got addicted. Right before the fall, you run your mouth, you turn to dentist. Bring my niggas in the cage, know that shit get lonely. You was with me from the start, but you did me phony. Look my bitch right in the eyes, tell her she my only. Poppin' shit on Instagram, they don't even know me. Had to turn my savage up to turn me to the old me. Killers moving silent, so I gotta kill them softly.
Peace, peace, peace. Peace, love, and light to all American Aborigines. This is your brother, Original Power, man. I want to say peace and blessings. Happy Sunday to everybody that's in the building. Shout out to everybody, man. We got a lit little crowd already in here, man. So first things first, get these likes up. Let's get these likes up, family. Come on. We got 64 people and got 46 likes. You see how that work? Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Come on, man. We gotta get these likes up immediately. I want to say shout out to everybody in the building. Happy Sunday. Y'all know the vibes, man. It's your brother, Big Aboriginal Power. You're now tuned in to a Wake and Bake Show, man. This is the Wake and Bake Show, man. The latest YouTube channel on the fucking net right now, man. The latest one on the net, man. Don't forget, man. January 28th, Medicine Man. Me and Medicine Man have a pay-per-view. Make sure y'all tap in. January the 22nd, Egypto America, Supreme Chief Holiday presents. Make sure y'all go support that, man. It's very important for you guys to support the movement. And like I said, anything that our Aboriginal people, brothers and sisters, have going on, make sure you acknowledge it. Make sure you announce it. Make sure you let someone know so we can ultimately help promote and be totally hands-on and involved with whatever any Aborigine has going on. Because if we're not going to support each other, nobody's going to support us. So shout out to everybody in the building, man. Also, man, if y'all want to inquire about clothing, y'all can hit me up on Instagram at big_Aboriginal_power. DM me using promotion code Aborigine. Inquire whatever type of merch that you would like, and you can get an Aboriginal discount. So make sure y'all go support Big Aboriginal Power, support the Aboriginal movement. I want to say peace and blessings to you guys. Give yourself a round of applause, a pat on the back. Y'all some of the realest motherfuckers alive, man. Y'all some of the realest N-words alive, man. So, shout out to y'all, dude. I do also want to take the time out to shout out everybody that's in the building. We got 77 people in here. Shout out to all you guys that's tuning in, especially for those that's not able to comment or type in the chat, maybe because you're busy at work on the daily commute. Make sure y'all be safe. All right. So I also want to shout out to everybody else that's in the chat. Shout out to Smoke Signal. I do want to take the time out to shout out everybody. Shout out to Smoke Signal, Negro out the trenches, Eastside 1415, G's off that, Carmen Shabazz, the real mother of nature, D3D, Boss Player, what up, Big Brody? Original Intellect in the building, Love and Light, Lady A, what's going on, sister? Never Hungry Again. All right. Dre Kyle's Music. Chief Sharif L. All right. Shout out to Chief Jonesy in the building. Eric Duncan in the building. Pop Reed. That's Pop Reed to me. That's my Pop Pops. You understand? Shout out to Wilmore Reed, Mr. Wilmore Reed to you guys. Make sure y'all show the elder some love in the chat. Shout out to Anthony Lowe, Leonidas, Kimbo twice. Bronze Flat Power, Yanetta Ya, Son of California in the building, Roger W, 10 AC King, Chief Kokomo, Matthew Simmons, Chief Serpentine, the Snake God. Shout out to Sister Bethy, aka Chief Morning Thunder. And shout out to my big brother, nonetheless. Shout out to everybody in the building. We got Darvis Blackman, the Geechee native, the Goose Creek, South Carolina, Charleston native. Shout out to you. Chief Tuscaloosa, Big Block in the building. Good to see you brothers off in the building with me, man. I want to start this thing off proper, man. I do got some shit. Before I even get into my shit, I just want to leave something inside of y'all brain implanted before we get into what I got to get into, because I'm just going to pop my shit. But before we get into that, we can get into this. Let's go.
Mystery God. Absolutely no mystery God. There is no God in the sky, and there is no devil under the ground. Heaven is not in the sky, and hell is not under the ground. Heaven and hell are conditions of the mind, states of existence, and states of being. And so Jesus told us to stop looking for heaven in the sky. He said the kingdom of heaven is within you, and that we are the temples of the living God. That the living God lives in our temple, and he does not inhabit the sky, but he inhabits the higher realms of the heavens, of the realm of the secret innermost chambers of the subconscious chamber of the soul of man and woman. And this power bursts forth and emanates forth from him to set in motion a universal order based on principle and law. All of this set in motion by a divine power and a divine force that never dies. It's constant. It just changes forms. God is in man. Can't be in any man. He's got to be in the original man. Because if God is the first and everything comes from him, then he can't wait for anything else. He brings everything else into existence. There could be no white man if there were no black man. It is biologically and genetically impossible for the recessive white man to produce the dominant yellow baby. Biologically and genetically impossible for the recessive yellow man and woman to produce the dominant brown baby. And biologically and genetically impossible for the recessive brown man and woman to produce the dominant black baby. But that black man and his woman, the father and the mother of it all, can produce black, can produce brown, can produce red, can produce yellow. And if the seed runs wild or mutates in the womb of the black woman, can even produce an albino, something which is whiter than white, 180 degrees in either direction. Oh, mystery God. Absolutely no mystery God. There is no God in the sky, and there is no devil under the ground. Heaven is not in the sky, and hell is not ocean, by a divine power and a divine force.
I just want to leave that with inside of your brain. We want to pay honors to Khalil Abdul Muhammad, one of the revolutionaries that definitely stepped up his game, was strictly for his people, obviously was in indoctrinated understanding. He researched his way outside of that indoctrinated form to only understand that if you're not Aboriginal, then you're not the gods. And us as American Aborigine always presents ourselves as American gods. We are the most influenced, mimicked, revered, feared, loved, and hated across this whole entire planet. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Can I get y'all to drop them fire emojis in the chat? Shout out to everybody in the building. This is Sunday now, goddamn. Smoking on the back. Well, let me light my wood up. Okay. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Make sure, hey, listen, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat too, man. I just want to chop it up with some of the family. We can get it in. But before I do that, you see the title, man. We ain't no damn Indians, man. So for you fools that think that we Indians and strictly just that, bring your ass on. Or not. The choice is yours. So we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way. The choice is yours. So all you Indian niggas, I'm saying we Aboriginal, and I'm saying that only stimulates to a certain point. We're much more than all these words. The best words, like I'm gonna keep continuing to say, that best describes who we are is God. Not based off of some mysterious mystical power, but strictly based off our attributes and our innovations in creation. Smoke signal. Don't be humming. Don't be in the chat. Hit the link. Any of you Indian niggas, man. We're going to do some steel sharpening steel today. Because I told y'all, I've been standing on Aboriginal science since the beginning. So let's get it in. This goes for anybody. Any of you niggas who think we strictly anything. FBAs, freedmen. Y'all think we just freedmen? I'm debating all topics. Pan-Africans ain't even in this conversation. Y'all been dead. Y'all motherfucking Pan-Africans brain dead. You in a vegetable state. You in a vegetable state, which is why you have the corniest response. You in a vegetable state, and it's ironic you are coming with the corniest actions. This must be an extension from your vegetable mind state. Bars, nigga. I guess ain't nobody gonna hit the link. Y'all ain't standing on y'all Indian business. How about you Moors? Where you Moors at? You niggas always talking about M-O-O-R, America. I'm on all you niggas ass today. We got Superman in here. What up, Superman?
What's up, man? I'm in here listening, trying to comprehend. Y'all teaching, so I'm listening.
No problem, no problem. If you have any inquiries, questions, or needed something to be, elaborated on, just tap in. Just you asking any time. Shout out to Greedy Vegan in the building, man. Good brother, Greedy Vegan, man. Been around for a long time. Probably one of the first people, brothers that I was interacting with as I first came into this Aboriginal information. He was literally probably one of the first persons that I reached out to and was like, yo, bro, you Aboriginal too? You Indian? You know, at the time we was on the Indian wave. That's how you niggas on that Indian shit, because of niggas like us that came through. Shout out to Chief. Shout out to A1. Shout out to Jaguar Omeg. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to App TV. You understand me? So yeah, it was brother like Greedy Vegan that I reached out to just to help make sure we leading up to the same place. Make sure we having the same understanding. You know, and it will be so we will have these small conversations. We'll get into these comment conversations, and then we'll have the hangout conversations from the people that was in the comment sections, and we'll just all chop it up all over hangouts. And we was formulating hypotheses, ideas. We were scratching the surfaces of just now challenging mainstream science, man. See, how much niggas y'all think I forget? I don't forget a damn thing. A lot of brothers and sisters in this chat are really good family to me. I look at y'all as a good family. I see y'all. I've seen y'all for at least 5 years, if not every day, once a week, at least once a week. You see a nigga once a week or talk, conversate, chop it up, say hey, or anything like that to anybody for once a week for 5 years, 4 years, you get a sense of relationship between you guys. You understand me? Y'all got to learn how to start optimizing the maximum potential of all these relationships because they're happening for a reason. Shout out to Rashad TSL in the building and Root Words in the building. Shout out to you guys. So yeah, I'm on all you Indians niggas. We ain't no damn Indians. So any Indians, hit the link. Respectfully. Yeah, respect goes a long way. Loyalty goes even farther. I'm real big on loyalty. A lot of people have showed and not showed those particular signs. So what I'm like the Hornets and give credit to is all the brothers and sisters that's in this Aboriginal community who has been loyal, honest, non-biased in any form in this community. So I want to give y'all a big shout out. Y'all been a main part of the way this shit has been stabilized and continue to grow. You understand me? A lot of us with the platforms do have the platforms. The platforms wouldn't be shit without you guys. So, y'all stabilize and help filter and sustain what we have going on. So it's a work in progress between us all, man. So yeah, man, shout out to everybody that's in the building. Superman, you want something you want to get on right quick? Are you good? Big Chief, F you cracker.
Nah, not really, man. But I've been noticing lately it's a lot of those pale skins coming out telling the truth about American history.
Listen, they really is. Listen, I'm glad you brought that up, brother Superman, because you damn right. And not only are they saying a lot of shit, they're saying the shit that we've been implementing. Sometimes they say it in a different way, but they're saying the same thing. You see what I'm saying? And maybe they don't know how to formulate it and they can't talk like we talk because we niggas. So niggas can't, if you ain't a nigga, you just can't talk like a nigga. And sometimes we say shit that other people can't say it like, but they saying the same shit. And shout out to some of them brothers, the pale skins that is dropping some of this heat. I've been in contact with some of these people, to be honest. And
yeah, they the record keepers. They've been keeping the record. Now it's time for them to release the truth. Now they feel safe that they won't get punished or prosecuted for it.
Right. So, yeah, man, I've been in contact with a couple of these people, and you might be seeing a few of them on here real soon.
Yeah, it's a lot of them that's working for us, but they're afraid. You know what I'm saying? But they know the truth, and they want to come out with it.
Yeah, and like I said, I think a lot of them don't even understand how we already been saying this. And I told people this back in 2017 and 2018. You can ask anybody that I had a conversation with. I said a lot of this information that we're bringing is way over a lot of people's heads. I used to tell people this because this American Indian Encyclopedia that people like to reference now that you see in our community, this goes back to 2017. This was over a lot of people's head. And I told people a lot of this information is going to take 4 to 5, maybe even 10 to 20 years for people to catch up. You know what I'm saying? For scientists to start doing that.
Yeah, they I think they don't want to admit that they've been duped or accept the fact that they've been lied to, and they've swallowed it, and now they got to think on a different timeline.
Right. So with us challenging the mainstream science and challenging their whole existence, like that's what it's about. Like I'm telling people right now, I'm with the information. We can't be stuck on these titles, man. If you're going to sit here and still be stagnant in the same understanding that you was at, let's just say 4 years ago, then you lost, bro. You're lost. You don't know what's going on. You out the loop. You see what I'm saying? You got to grow and elevate to be able to change and advance societies. You know what I'm saying? People act like we ain't got a duty to do. You see what I'm saying? We all have a mission
One,
statement.
teach one.
What
If you get one person and that person get one person, it's gonna spread. But
it spread like a wildfire, bro. Like a real wildfire. If you can get one person to get this on another person, and that one person give it to just one more other person, that spreads like a wildfire. We don't need much. That's what that go back to. We don't need everybody. We just need a few good men and women. Just a few. Because everybody ain't going to be down. Everybody ain't going to grow. Everybody don't crack out their egg and hatch at the same time.
They comfortable in their jail cell, so they don't want to get out of there.
Well, some people literally like to sleep and don't like to get up. They're not productive. They rather not have the responsibility. They rather not have the stress. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that's easy. You know, I'll be your lapdog as long as you keep feeding me treats. But it's hard to get out there and go hunt.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. So that's what so when it comes to this information, man, we just try to make sure we provide and challenge, because we know that we done caught these people in so many lies. First, it started off with one lie. And never really questioned too much anything. Then you caught them in another lie. Then you catch them in another lie. Then another lie. And then another lie and another lie, et cetera, to the point where you're like, hold on. Everything they done told us is a lie. Everything.
I say just whatever they tell you, just flip it upside down and then it'll be right.
Or do it in reverse. Right. That's what I tell them. If they say your ass got enslaved, flip that in reverse. No, you enslaved them. If they say that you was a savage beast that was eating motherfucking people, no, that you was a royal people with class and they was the savages that was. You see what I'm saying? You just do the reverse. You just flip it in reverse and you can get the full correct story. Literally. So by design, this whole system that we have simply crawled into, it become a point where they literally turn you into the sheep. White men haven't forced you to do anything. You're literally going to these schools. You're literally indoctrinating yourself with these books and going to college thinking that this shit is the supreme knowledge, when the supreme knowledge is already embedded in you. You're an aboriginal.
Yeah, that's the trickology. They trick you into doing it to yourself because they really can't do it. If they come against us with force, they know they're gonna lose. They already documented it in what Rex 84. So They gotta trick us into doing it to ourselves.
Right. And we do it good too. We go right in there. You got and a lot of them be coons, and these are the people that they are highlight, if you will. They'll put these people in the forefront, you know what I'm saying, to the masses of our people. And ultimately it's not, it's set up, the system of colonization is set up by colonizers, but they use other people that's in our community. Colonizers use people in our community to usher us in. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about your Jesse Jacksons, your Al Sharptons, you see what I'm saying? Your American Black Caucuses, your Obamas. And they'll put these people in front of us only to lead the rest of the stray and the sleep and the unconscious or the
carried on the stick.
Yeah, they just usher right on in. Shout out to everybody on the panel, man. We got a Hondo and smoke signal, man. I'm looking for all smoke.
That's what Neely Fuller called racial showcasing. They'll take one of us and put us up there. Everybody else got to try to climb the mountain, but it's impossible.
It's been that every time. Even when you go back to the dude, what's his name? John Roberts, the guy who worked for the FBI, who infiltrated the Black Panther Party.
Salute, the one that burned down the community center, but he helped build the motherfucker up.
Yeah, helped build it and burnt it down. He got paid to do that. Good money by the FBI. Documented. Black men. So they use coons like that. What's going on, Smoke? What's going on with it, brother?
Shout out to the channel, to the panel in the chat. Big Al Powell, Superman, A1. Salute, brethren.
Peace and blessings. You already know.
Now, when you
Peace to God.
find yourself challenging this word or this title, Indian, and it has been confirmed by what we assume to be law, right? How do you get around this simple?
By reintroducing yourself.
And listen, just because something is in legalese don't mean it totally is the word that best fits or attribute us. There's also words that you don't like black, that people don't like, that they use in Black Laws Dictionary. It got to have legals in it too. We got words like native, Section Title 25, Alaskan Native Act. So that's in law too. Just because it's words in law doesn't mean it best describes us.
Okay, well, according to that assertion, then would that allude to the possibility that law doesn't really have the specifications that it claims to have?
Well, absolutely. We know that the judicial system
AP,
best.
Look, let them know illegal and lawful is two different things.
Okay, maybe he didn't know that. Okay, you heard it. Legal and lawful is two different things.
Right. I heard that in the chatter. Just like they say, public and private ain't the same thing. But that sounds a little right. That sounds like, to me, that sounds like more a domestic shit, right?
You private now, right?
Yeah, I'm always private, and I'm always public.
But
I just say I'm accessible. But look,
contract when it's necessary. You contract with these individuals, but other than that, you go back into your private status after you have a right to contract, but you can contract under your private entity or your private entity.
Yeah, so now you do have a private and a public. So and a lot of people don't understand that, because within this new time they've been almost forcing you to put your private in the public. Okay. But it is a difference between legal and lawful. You know what I'm saying? Legal, I think, strictly deals with the pertaining to the actual elements and the concerns of law. And I think lawful relates to like the understanding of law. So something lawful is not forbidding. It is not, you know what I'm saying? It's not legal proceedings. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's kind of confusing though, right?
Yeah.
Because why would two systems have to exist simultaneously to address the issues of one particular nation or country or jurisdiction or municipality, right?
Yeah, let me.
I think, in my opinion,
the reason it's confusing is because lawful stays the same. It doesn't really change. Legal or legalese is constantly changing. They have an amendment. There's new code. It's always changing. That's probably why it's
created by nature and one created
by one
man.
is law of God and one of them is not. So that's the simplest way to put it.
But you also got law for the United States citizens. You understand what I'm saying? Which is the Constitution. So when you look at the Constitution protects you of natural law. You know what I'm saying? That's what it protects you of. But if you're private, and see, we're private under a whole different status, right? A status that pretty much is outside of their jurisdiction when used properly. You know what I'm saying? And if you understand your status and understand your status as an Aboriginal, or like I said, when we use the term Indian is another corporate construct, right? But is there remedies? Oh no, let me finish this.
Go ahead.
Is there remedies with the fact of the term Indian? Now, with that being said, understand this, right? When I just started it in the beginning, I said reintroducing yourself. Okay, we don't know what this claim, we don't know what this word actually means. I mean, under my research, it means those who submitted to Christianity. Nino NDO, children of God, right? But at the same time, you can be that and not be that. So you can reintroduce yourself upon time that you're going to be in contact with these individuals that you need to address, and you need to properly assert yourself on who you're going to
Can,
be going forward.
I think I can simplify it. Look, think of it like this. The United States is a corporation. If you're a citizen, that means you have to go under that company's, you're a part of that company. So you have to abide by the corporate laws and bylaws of that company that was established by the founders. If you're a private citizen, it's like working for yourself. You're not part of a corporation. So you don't have to abide by those laws and bylaws that were set up by those people and administered to the citizens of that corporation. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's what I was.
So basically, any title found within the construct would make you subject to the construct.
Exactly.
If you sign up for it, you have to agree to do that. If you
I don't think you necessarily have to sign up. I think you can express.
You have to give your consent.
Right.
Yeah, and that now can be verbally or not.
yeah. You can make.
You can just do a head nod, nigga. They go, oh, yep. He said, yep.
That's a contract, nigga.
Yeah,
you can sign yourself into, and you ain't going to rescind.
It can be tacit. It can be tacit also. If they say some shit and you don't challenge it
or
then
respond,
it becomes law.
It becomes that too. Yep, as well.
That's why in court, anything that you don't object to, you agree to. You capitulate. You know what I'm saying? You act.
Now that's called a tacit agreement.
But you understand what I'm saying though. Anything that if they say something that you don't agree with and you don't object, even if in just in the fact that you're going to get that far in the adjudication process, right? Because even private people, if a private person infringe upon one of these citizens' rights, or they cause a harm to them physically, or they cause a harm to them of any of their assets, they burn their house down, they set the car on fire, bust the windows out, yada 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 yada, or they commit an act of fraud. I'm Mr. Such and Such. This is you've been involved in this. I'm here to sue you. It's $1,000. You have to give me X amount of money, and kind of find out you've been defrauded. So if you infringe, or if you cross them lines, even as a private citizen or American Indian or Aboriginal or a Native American or whatever you want to call yourself, you know what I'm saying? Then therefore they got jurisdiction and they can adjudicate, and you will have to defend yourself like one of the citizens would.
Yeah, those are the only natural law or lawful crimes. The other shit is made up. Those are legal crimes. Those
statutes and codes.
Right.
They're dealing with admiralty. They're dealing with, but there's no admiralty. You have to tell a court, if you even adjudicating, what venue you want this to be heard in. You have to address that, because you, according to you hold their feet to the fire. You make them bound to the Constitution. Are you bound by the United States Constitution? Do you honor Supreme Court rulings? If you're in adjudication process, if you're not in adjudication process, the process would be, boom, I'm an American Indian, or I'm an Aboriginal. I belong to this nation right here. Even if you are not living within that jurisdiction of that nation, you still have a right, no matter where you at on this landmass, to still have your same status and live. You can live in a motherfucking a loft in Manhattan. You're still an Indian. You're still an Indian.
So let me ask you a question then.
Yeah.
For those of us, and I'm not implying me, because I'm around bunches and I'm an unruly nigga, but I'm saying for those of us who find our livelihoods based on being within the perimeters of the construct, would you suggest using the Indian type?
You should always declare who you are. all.
What
It's
I'm
a
saying,
reason.
let me say this: if you're gonna use any of these constructs that don't really best describe you, and you can't argue when other people use this construct words that don't best describe us.
So basically, you saying if you say you're Indian, you shouldn't have a problem with nobody talking about they black.
You don't have to.
All
But you
Pan
say,
African or anything else.
but if you say, look, understand this, Smoke. Do you have a problem with the term Indian?
Nah, I see nigga within the definition of Indian. So
Would
yeah, I
you
fuck
like
with
to
the
be addressed as that? You could say, look, I'm an American God. I'm a so-called Indian, but I'm reintroducing myself, and I'm an American God. You understand what I'm saying? So you can let them know, all right, well, you know, them people who you call Indians, all right, I am that status, but this is how I'm going to reintroduce myself, and going forward, this is who you're going to be calling me from this point on. Because you
Well,
make the
see,
term. You make
the
the
reason
term.
why I don't like using awkward titles is because I understand how this paperwork game, right? Because you'll never know what terms are being copyrighted and trademarked and all that old goofy shit, right? But I know for sure ain't no motherfucking body got no business using the word nigga, right? That's a sacred term that only niggas can give you the permission to even use, because if you use that word and you out of place, some harm can be done to you. So I know it ain't no damn copyright and it ain't no motherfucking trademark on it.
But that term itself got multiple synonyms. It's multiple synonyms that you could reintroduce to your people and let them know, you know, that term nigga we've been using all this time, it really means Aboriginal American. So you can still operate as a nigga, but not be a nigga in when we dealing with legalese or dealing with law. You know what I'm saying? So it's the reason why you want to address yourself as who you are.
Okay, then what about
I'm with you? Listen, I'm with you on that too, though. Smoke. I like niggas. Niggas is a term. I don't listen. Once I understand that none of these words are the words that best describe us, we got to find our own words that best describe us. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Within the legal confinements.
You gotta self-define. That's it. That's the bottom line. And if you don't, we live in a free will universe. So if you don't use your own will, somebody gonna come and use it against you.
They like they've been using it against us for.
You gotta be self-defining.
I like how y'all put the issue on the table though. So shit, let's just deal with it.
Yeah, because listen, I'm willing to deal with it, Smoke, because a lot of people playing these title games. You see what I'm saying?
I hear a lot of people say a lot of different things about the titles, but the people who prefer Indian, the people who prefer to use the term Indian, they base it primarily on the fact that it's within the perimeters of the law. And I think because I think they have more grounds to stand upon by making that assertion.
But what I'm saying is the term Indian don't give you no superior power within law. You can find legal terms in where black has been lawfully and legally used to win court cases, bro. And both Indian, nigga, all of this shit, bro. I mean, Indian, black, Aboriginal, Moor, Hebrew, all this shit. None of these, all these words have been used in legal form. So that can't be the only thing that they standing on. When you find somebody who believes that they're Indian, they doing what they classify in literature as Indian shit. That's what they doing. You find somebody that classify as a Hebrew Israelite, they're doing what literature says a Hebrew Israelite does. They're still in a way form of indoctrination. I'm trying to let you know when we do Aboriginal shit, we do everything that belongs to us.
That's a fact.
And you don't understand what belongs to you. So now we got to get into history. Now we got to understand what Aborigine is. Now we got to understand that all these terms that you like, Indian, Hebrew, all these was attached to Aboriginal niggas. What is Aboriginal? The niggas that was here first.
Simple. Hey, look,
so you can use it whenever you want to. But
still let them know I'm operating as it. It's a reason why you want these people to know who you are. Now, if you ain't going in there with no new definition of what the term nigga is, you can operate as a nigga when you with the niggas, right? But when you trying to get something done, it wouldn't be of your best interest to operate as a nigga. You understand what I'm saying? It wouldn't be in your best interest if you happen to give a fuck.
Man, it ain't gonna be your best interest to operate as a nigga or none of that. Indian, a black, none of that.
Man, I see people operating. I mean, outside of these individuals that's running around here with fucking war paint on their face and shit, and grass skirts and with fucking tiki torches.
Just how I could tell you that that nigga is illegal leaves shit, man. You can find legal documents where they classified people without their own submission as niggas. Yeah. That was a legal move. So if you are an Aboriginal that been misclassified from your original identity, you have to use these terms to link the crime to a particular people. You can't take ownership of it. Yes,
but Smoke ain't talking about that. Hold
on, everyone. That is the evidence that you need part of the crime scene. You can't say, oh, they classified us as niggas, colors, and black, and then throw it away, and you ain't got nothing to present to them.
Yeah, I don't think that's what Smoke's saying though. That's definitely clear when you tracing down the evidence.
No, but what I'm saying is they'll argue with somebody that's black, A1, as an Indian. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's confusion.
Nah, but see, the thing of it is this: they got a separate different terms for niggas and blacks and all these other colorful titles, man. Now, if you doing your research,
let me ask you this, A1. Who was the term nigga applied to in America?
Now we know who it was.
I'm just saying.
I understand what you're saying, but you don't want to go in there and be like, I'm a nigga. Like you don't want to never operate as a nigga.
Nah, you wanna? Nah, I mean I understand that, but
that's what I'm saying.
Hold on, real quick.
Hold on. Most of the conversations that we're having with our people is not going to be in the courtroom, though. I understand that we're there. If you're going in the courtroom,
you niggas then.
Yeah,
you with the niggas now.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody's in the court going. Nobody's with a bunch of peoples in court nowhere.
So see, there it is. You're among niggas now.
Now peep game though, because this is where I see the seeds. This is where I see the seeds of confusion. This is where I see the seeds of confusion being planted. Right now, you saying a nigga verified. You saying a nigga who has been verified to be a nigga has less standing in a court of law than a damn man who would identify as a woman, knowing full well he's a fucking man. See,
I'm not saying that.
I know, but I'm saying
that all of them has just as much weight.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So if you're saying they all have as much weight, then what's the difference? I think whether or not you know how to perform, whether or not you know how to perform when you find yourself in these particular circumstances. I think that will be right. I think that will be the whole issue.
But listen though, you got to be real though, Brother Smoke. This is not a regular conversation. Matter of fact, the words that you use when you step into that courtroom has a different definition. You got to learn how to play that moves. If you don't know how to get in that court and learn how to maneuver through that particular obstacle, you gonna be out of game, bro. They're gonna outgame you, bro. They're gonna outsmart you, bro. They're gonna outwit you, bro. Because listen, anytime you're on a court, anytime you're on any court, it's a competition
to it. Yeah, you're a war.
But you don't have to be a party. See, the whole thing is this, brother. Remember this, right? The court proceedings are as follow, right? You got status. Who the fuck are you? Then you got jurisdiction. Your status is going to determine whether or not they have jurisdiction. Once they get jurisdiction, then guess what they could do next? They can adjudicate. Now they can be here to hear, oh, the ticket, Mr. Smoke, you got a speeding ticket, or Mr. Smoke, you got a traffic matter, or Mr. Smoke, you got this. And see, what they do is on a lot of moving violations, if you're dealing with something like this, right, they try to hold you accountable as, oh, an accident could have occurred because you was going 10 miles over the speed, but it didn't happen. And you don't have an injury to a person to even make that claim.
Smoke like that. Look at it like this. Once you really know who you are and you become self-defined, you won't even find yourself in them situations.
Yeah, you really won't.
Yeah, but see, they got a structure. The structure is designed so, look, the structure is designed so, and once you find yourself being tied into it, you basically just tied the fuck into it. So since I'm really tied the fuck into it, I want to know what my best options is when confronted with these type of issues.
Your best option is to present yourself as yourself and know who you are. Once they know that you know, they won't fuck with you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, I ain't finding that. I ain't finding that in my experience. I'm finding niggas still get snatched up out of vehicles, ran down, being identified.
Nigga, I mean, listen, bro. It ain't about them. It's about you. It ain't.
Yeah, this what I'm talking about. Me, I'm still getting snatched out of vehicles, right?
Because they not. You're not moving. I mean, but listen, check this out, right? Check this out. Look. Think of it like this, right? The niggas that's doing that is really doing some like niggas do some bullshit. And they don't know how to present themselves because you already know, fuck all that. There is no repellent for how these people going to treat you according to who they think you are. There's no repellent. It's all how you present yourself. So you got niggas who leave the window rolled up and shit, nigga, they trying to talk to you, yada, 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 nigga, bust the window in your face, all that type of crazy shit. Snatch a nigga out the car. Yeah, because they think you are a nigga.
All right. Everybody
hate niggas. Everybody hate niggas.
If you carry that energy, they'll get out of your way, and you don't even have to say shit to them. I'm telling you, bro. I'm living this shit. These people don't fuck with me just because I know who I am, and I'm putting the energy is real. It is not. I'm not talking no esoteric woo out of space shit. I'm talking about down to earth, real life shit. When you operating in your own energy and you putting forth your own self and you self-directed, these people will get out of your way or they'll help you.
Yeah, I really understand. But I'm saying if the law has its specifications, I think those specifications ought to be. I think those specifications ought to be respected by those who find themselves on either side. Right?
I'm saying, are you arguing for all these terms though? Because you know, like I said, they all hold the same amount of weight.
Right, but what I'm saying is I'm not.
You initially came on saying the word Indian is why people use it because it has legal standing, but all of it has the same legal standing.
Man, you could be that, you could be of that, but you don't have to be that, man. You could be of that, and you don't have to be that. Period. If you know how to go in there and address yourself, or you understand. See, the understanding process is the fact that that term still goes back to the doctrine of discovery. Even when you're dealing with health, right? You can't use certain terms when you're talking about you're going to cure somebody or heal them because certain terms belong to them. So, like diabetes, for example. Yeah, all right, I could lower your glycemic level or your blood glucose level, which makes your A1C go up for you to be diagnosed with diabetes, right? But I can't use, I can cure diabetes. Because that's a term that these people then got trademarked and they use. The same thing with the term. I ain't gonna say nothing, man, because people do what they do or whatever. But it's like in a lot of these cases, a lot of these matters or whatever, I hear about the remedies that people get. And I can see the remedies and I can hear about the remedies. Because I can hear through people's frustration. I know who motivating and who moving out here in their proper persons or whatever, because they don't never complain about shit. The motherfuckers who maneuvering around here properly, they don't complain about nothing. They be like, yo, went down here, I needed to get this paperwork done, I needed to go get this done, and that's shit. I went there, boom, 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 told them who I was. They ain't give me no problem. They smiled, Motherfucker gave me a fucking piece of peppermint candy to suck on while I was waiting. I was
That's what
chilling.
I'm
Gave me
saying. That's what
coffee.
I'm saying.
I'm chilling. Like I'm chilling. I don't have no problem with these people like that.
These people, they know that you're a God, but if you don't know that you're a God, they're gonna use your energy.
Yeah. They gonna, hey, look, hey, my dude, look. Think about it just like I just said. Like, look, they know who the niggas is. You got niggas out here who need to be in jail. I don't give a fuck. You got niggas out here shooting while kids is out here broad daylight. You got niggas who ain't got no morality. Some of them niggas need to be put away.
Them the
Yeah,
niggas
but
that's been tricked.
he
They've
also
been tricked
I'm
into
not
going
advocating
into the
for them.
shit.
I'm not advocating. I don't want nigga be like, man, you a sellout. You a sellout because you said that. Well, I'm a sellout then.
No, nah, those are the niggas that's been tricked. Those niggas been tricked into being a battery for the system all the way. They didn't took it hook, line, and sinker, and that's how they got caught up.
Right.
I say there's still plenty of issues that exist within the perimeters of the construct where we see that even if you are attempting to maneuver
But
honorably,
listen,
even,
come on, let's have this conversation. I want to have it. Let's get to the bottom of it with no interruption. Let's go.
yeah, I would still say it's
Hey,
largely
I don't
based
know who
on.
that. Hold on a second. I don't know who that is. They got some bad feedback. I
Yeah,
think
he
it's
need to.
Reginald
Yeah,
Jones. Y'all gotta mute up, please.
I would still say that even within the perimeters of the law or legality, that you still have issues based on shit like discretion, administration, economics, and race. And they have been delegated the authority to jump out of either one of those particular philosophies or ideologies to determine your fate when you fall into this, when you fall into the system. Hold on, somebody calling me.
All right, it's all right, Smoke. We'll get to the bottom of it. Maybe we can maybe move the conversation a little bit here in a second, but we definitely want to get to the bottom of that. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. We got 179 people in here, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, thumb up the video, and support the channel, man. It's very important for you guys to support the channel, man. Let's get a few people to support the channel this Grand Rising today. Shout out to everybody in the building too, by the way, man. Who we got in here? Darvis Black, man. What's going on, brother?
Peace, man. Peace. Hey, man, my name Baylock. Are you good, though?
What I call you? Black man.
Black man.
My bad. Yeah. All right, Doris. Big
You
brother.
been over there for a minute, too, man. I've been meaning to tell you about
My
that.
bad.
Though.
That's some bullshit. You know, Al fuck up on names bad than a motherfucker.
Man, you good,
Go ahead,
man.
you got it.
I think, man, as a whole gang, our main issue is we wasn't taught civics. And without that information, King, we don't know how to enter contracts, law, or any basically anything like that. It's important for us to understand that, man, because without standing, you can't speak in court. Your status determines your standing. Same thing as you or your opposition, whether you're dealing with a solicitor or DA or judge. All status and standing have to be on a record so we understand the ability to adjudicate or speak. So we use these terms that take us out of law, that make us civil little more too. So the law doesn't apply to us.
And that's what you do, garbage. And when you go in there as a black man or African American,
I don't go in there like that. I understand.
No. I'm not saying, hold, relax, bro, relax. I know you're not going in there saying that. I understand that. I'm just saying, just to the people in general, when they go in there and not put their status on the record, they put themselves as you know what I'm saying? They put themselves in the you know what I'm saying, in the fuck, they compartmentalize them. Meaning now they can just adjudicate on them as who they think they are. Oh, this a nigga right here, so I'm gonna treat him like a nigga. You understand what I'm saying? So when you go in there and you put your status, there's certain remedies or certain things that these people have to adhere to. Oh, you said you have a right not to assimilate, right? Well, this is assimilation right here. I could be doing much better things at home instead of being in this court. I sent to you who I am. Why am I still here? You understand what I'm saying? Period. I could have been I could have been doing anything. I could have been doing anything. Any motherfucking thing. I could have been teaching myself the backflip in here. I could have been building a fucking spaceship. I could have been doing anything under the fucking sun. You know what I'm saying? Period. Why am I here?
That's why we here, man. So we can learn from each other and get rid of that bullshit and know some shit so we won't get caught up.
All right, I got another question, man. Is prisoner of war status based on what you claim to be, or based on what the hell you are?
Prisoners of slave status based on the Constitution, the law of the land.
Hold on, say that again.
A prisoner is a slave based on the Constitution, the law of the land.
So do the people find themselves in prisoner of war status?
I mean, certain can look. Think of it like this. Think of it like this, right? All right, selling drugs. Let's just walk with this real quick, right? Selling drugs, right? That's a crime, right? In most states, selling drugs or to have drugs even in your possession, it still is a crime, whether it's municipal or superior, right? It's still a crime, right? Or federal, it's still a crime, right?
Yeah, according to what they say, yeah.
Okay, so when you get caught with drugs on you, who filed the affidavit of probable cause on you to make it a crime? To make it a crime, the state filed the affidavit of probable cause on you because you got caught with drugs, right? Because they say it's a crime, right? So now,
in my opinion, the state always goes back to somebody though. Because we know a state.
I understand that.
We know for sure that a state. And I'm just saying for real though. This is how I look at it.
I understand that.
We know for sure that a state is not picking up a pen and grabbing a piece of paper and writing down shit. So it's still going back to somebody. Ultimately, look, but real. For real,
I already know where you're gonna go with it.
Right. I'm just saying.
Hold on, everyone, one at a time. Y'all talking over each other. This is a good conversation. I want everybody to be able to get what they want to say out, so the next person can respond properly. It's not just about you guys on the panel, because most of y'all already know what y'all gonna say, and most of y'all already know what y'all gonna ask. The people in the chat is listening and inquiring this information, and they're gonna be able to decipher whether or not they are lean towards whatever they want to lean towards. So let's continue the conversation.
Right, because
I was trying to make a point, Smoke. I didn't want to get, I understand. I was just trying to make a point just so I can make the example, so I can get an explanation. That's why I asked you that.
We're going to make your point.
So, okay. So when you get caught with drugs, whether it's a fucking a centimeter of an inch, or it's a pound, or it's a bunch of pounds, or whatever, right? When you get caught with drugs, who filed the affidavit of probable cause? The state, right?
According to what they say, but I don't believe it though.
But the state is what? The state is a corporation, right?
For sure, ran by people.
The state is a corporation and ran by people, right? So when you go in there, your paperwork going to say the state of, where you at? You said Mississippi, right?
Yeah, well, I'm in Tennessee.
All right, the state of Tennessee versus Smoke, right? That's what you're going to see on the paperwork, right?
Right.
So when you look around a courtroom, how many other people is in there that's representing the state?
Shit, everybody that works for the courtroom is representing the state. Really?
So what are you supposed to do? Because that means that they party to the proceeding, and that means you ain't going to get a fair trial no matter what the fuck you do.
Right, shit, I don't know. What you mean what I'm supposed to do?
You call them out on it.
No, that's a good question. That's a good question.
Ask your judge.
Go ahead, listen, A1, instead of asking him, just go ahead and go through it. Because
but we walking so a person can pretty much understand. He's doing a good job. I just ain't want him to go, like, because I already know where he's going to go with it. So Okay, you understand, right? So when you see the judge, right? Or like I said, you ain't even supposed to be in the adjudication process unless you injured somebody, right? But if it's a statute or a code, your status should be able to get that shit dismissed if you do it properly. But if you injure somebody, you done shot some niggas or some shit like that, and you ain't going in there, even with the adjudication process. But see how
it always going back to discretion, right? Because in my opinion, if I'm selling some niggas some shit that he won't, that's like supply and demand. It's just operating in business.
But it's not a crime because you ain't injured nobody. It's a business.
That's what A1 is telling. Hold on. That's what A1 is telling you. It shouldn't be lawful or illegal. No crime is being committed. There's nobody been harmed. There's no stolen property, or there's no injured party. Okay, that's what a crime is. So they have to have reasonable articulable suspicion to even charge you for something like that. You see what I'm saying?
Man, you got to
put it like that. Smoke
the affidavit fill out, and you don't rebut the affidavit. That stands as truth. It's not illegal.
I think he's looking for understanding more
without a license.
I think he's looking for more of an understanding.
Man, he going to need to know. He need to know.
Hold on, y'all. One at a time, y'all. Go ahead.
I'm saying I think Smoke Center was looking for understanding more than a process of operating in it. Like I think he's trying to.
You have to know the steps, brother, because you listen. All right, most people got firearms, right? You ain't really intending on using it. You only got it just in case if you need it, right? So there's a saying, right?
Well,
even when it comes to that, right? There's a saying.
Or you could be using it often. You can go hunting. Whenever you want,
yeah. Regardless of whatever the thing of it is when it comes to injuring somebody, right? So you have the firearm because you rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it, right? So you're dealing in a land dealing with legalese. You have to know this shit. This the reason niggas get frustrated because they know they're getting violated, but they don't know how to address themselves to get them out the violation, right? Plus, you might can render a couple of dollars from these people as a result of them bringing you into their motherfucking courtrooms.
Exactly.
So it's like all right, okay, all right. I'm upset. The police pulled me over. I know I ain't do nothing. I'm upset, right? I'm mad as hell. I'm frustrated, but I don't know how to communicate with them properly. So therefore, my frustration turned into resisting arrest. A nigga getting tased. A nigga getting shot, a nigga getting fucking pepper sprayed in his face and getting the fucking police academy beat down. So most of us
why is it that we find ourselves? Why is it that when we find ourselves not adverse to what the law actually is, and we being confronted and not understanding the language of legalese, why do we find ourselves in detrimental situations? For not understanding legalese when no infractions of the law has actually occurred.
Ignorance.
Go back. Listen, ignorance is no excuse according when it comes to the law. So if you don't know, you don't do. They're not going to tell you. Sometimes I've seen police officers make up shit and act like it's a law because they think that you don't know, bro. Seriously.
And it go back to what he just said, is people prisoners, right? So think about it like this, right? Some niggas are prisoners of ignorance because there's a lot of niggas who in jail for drug charges who don't know that there was no corpus delicti. There was no injured party. The injured party was the state. The state stepped up and claimed to be the injured party. So they put the affidavit of probable cause out on your ass. And you never challenged it because you didn't know how to challenge it.
By default, wouldn't it be fraud?
Of course, but if you don't know it's fraud, how many niggas that served all this time in jail and then they never questioned the reason that they was in jail for?
This how I always have discrepancies with this shit, because now we got one dude saying that it's not fraud. But to me that sound like fraud.
No, it's not fraud because you agree to it.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this then.
Hey, Smoke, what are you saying is not fraud? We'll just slow it down the pace a little bit. What are you saying is not fraud?
I'm saying it is fraud for the state to assume to be a victim of a crime that wasn't committed against it. I think that's fraud.
If you don't tell them that it's a fraud, then they gotta go forward with it.
Hold on. Okay, let's just say it is, right? And they're stepping outside of their legal bounds to do what they did to you. How do you go about this, Smoke?
I have no fucking idea.
Okay, well, I'm gonna allow some of these brothers to tell you how to go about that when you want to file a complaint and file that they stepped outside their jurisdiction to act upon the law. So I'm gonna allow A1 and all the rest of you get into that.
Hey, big bro, peace to God. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you nonetheless.
Go ahead, A1. I just want to say something after you finish.
Peace to God, brother.
Peace, shout out nonetheless.
So all right. So even when you find yourself in that situation, because you never put these people on notice. You never told them who you were. So they assume that you are a nigga. See, a nigga has a negative connotative definition to it, or disposition to it.
Let's get into it. So now, since we left out the huddle zone around niggas, you entered inside of this courtroom. So now, what status are you going to be operating in within this court, Smoke? Remember, you can choose. Remember, we noticed some of them are all using legal terms, but some of them hold more weight than others. So which one are you going to choose to operate in within this court? And this is gonna then foretell you your status and where you're gonna be able to make judgment in. So let's go.
Well, according to everything I've been hearing so far, I don't even think I choose a title. I just go with my name.
And hold on. And you are a flesh and blood human being,
right?
Are you original to this land? Would you say that?
For sure.
Okay. Well, then, or do a corporation have dominion over a natural breathing flesh and blood original man?
Not according to the concept.
Well, can you challenge their jurisdiction?
Of course, jurisdiction can always be challenged.
Well, that would be one of the processes that you would need to take.
So it wouldn't matter if I go in under a status or not, then, right?
If you go in there with all uppers, man, hold on, AP, hold on. You can't go in. Now I was just gonna say if you go in there with all caps, man, yeah, because you don't go in there. You say when he say on the record, for the record, you step up, Mr. Smoke. You want to say capital S, lowercase m, lowercase o, lowercase k, lowercase e, for the record, on the record, and let the record reflect. You don't want to go in there as who your strawman is, because your strawman is a corporation. This is what AP saying about going in and being flesh and blood. If you go in there as a corporation, another corporation, that's what get them jurisdiction over you.
Right, because you got to understand this legal system is for a person. You understand me?
It's for a citizen.
Listen, a person is an artificial entity. That's why it says a person of interest, a person that is. It's saying you a person. This is corporation talk. This is legal. This is lawful legal talk. So now, if you don't understand the understanding, you got to get into legal definition. So what these words mean in regular layman term definition, they don't mean the same thing in legal definition. Are you under that understanding too, Brother Smoke?
Yeah, I'm familiar with the whole discretionary articles in the law.
No, like for instance, the term residence. If I would say, man, I'm a resident in regular terms, like in street law, layman terms, what does that mean to you?
That means that's where you stay.
Okay, and if I say I'm a resident in legal terms, what does that mean?
That basically mean you the property of wherever you stay.
Right, and get you there to do a particular job, right? That's not really your home. Because as a person, you're a United States citizen. The United States is in DC. You live where again?
I'm in Tennessee.
But still,
so now you're out operating outside of your home. You're a resident without a home, which makes you a citizen, water state.
And then you using a zip code. That's why people use domicile. That's why people don't use the zip code. because the
You
zip
see,
code.
now this to me, that's just to me it sounds goofy, right? And it might be legally sound, but to me that sounds goofy. Like, really, bro? If I use my address, I'm a subject now.
That's why I say you got to understand civics. Don't get me wrong, you can use your address, but you got to understand how that affects your standing.
How I'm just saying how does using my address? How does using my hold on? I got somebody at the door, but how does using my address put me in dishonor? See, all this shit got to be brought to the
I'm gonna tell you why. Because these zip codes and your resident status is all on record, and it's designed by status. So they can't tell you who these people are. People put fake information down all the time. But what they do is look at where demographic of people is held by zip code. They can tell the demographic of people by your area code. Put in this area code. Oh, we know niggas stay over here. We know Mexicans stay over here. We know Jews, Latins, etc. That's how they operate. They can't tell you who all these people is physically. They just know about the numbers.
Hey, look, real quick, right? You acquiesce. Now, listen. Going in there doing the strawman thing, that shit is so far down the line that I don't even get myself involved with none of that shit. I go in there, just give them my status, put my declaration, mail it to them, make sure that they answer if they have any rebuttal or they don't agree within 21 days. When I go into the courtroom, whatever time it is, I tell I tell a judge on the record, for the record, my so-called attribute, I spell it the way I'm gonna spell it, and then if he asks me any questions, everything you gotta ask me is right in front of you. Please read, and he gonna read it to himself, and then he gonna call a judge, he gonna call a prosecutor up, he gonna say you ain't got no jurisdiction over him. All right, matter dismissed. You might wait till the court is over with for them to even call you for that, because he might read it and then be like, I'm gonna make this motherfucker wait until the end of court.
Yeah, and what it is, it's about the papers and it's the legal talk, it's the shifting. So you got to learn how to file just as well as they file affidavits. You're gonna be able to do the same once you're challenging jurisdiction. Once you know what
you don't have to go in that court, stay out of the courtroom.
You don't have to go in there, but under some cases they're gonna compel you to come in front of them.
Right, and while you there, you can turn those courts into your courts.
And then what happens? Even so, now you got a warrant in some cases, like, you know what I'm saying, and you don't want no warrant, because now warrant that's a contempt of court, and now they can sit there and play with you like the cat play with the fucking mouse. You don't want to do that. You want to, if these people are addressing you and saying you did something, they got a claim against you, you want to always be honorable and address whatever claim that they got against you.
And you want to make sure too, whatever court you're going to, then to make sure if it's a private or if it's government. Because if it's a private, you just send them that 1099 and they ain't even going to tell you to come.
Yeah, but that, man, all these courts are courts of finances, of revenue, man. You gotta get it moved to that type of venue for that to work, bro. You ain't gonna pull that in no municipal court. They gonna laugh at you. You if you want to get that shit moved to another venue, you supposed to address that before the adjudication process even start. Tell I want this matter moved. I want even in a trial case. You like, look. I don't even want this shit.
You file immediately. You file immediately.
Listen, if we do go to trial, I do not want this trial to be held within you guys. All you guys represent the state. You're all party to the proceeding. I want this moved to another venue. Period. Then you can start doing
Article 3 court. Just ask them, is this an Article 3 court? Those are only courts that's on this land that's lawful.
That's common law. Listen. That, and with that being said, that means anywhere could be court. Anywhere could be court. If the people there, that's the state. So you can be put over on side of the road. It could be onlookers. You could ask for an Article 3 judge right there on the spot, according to. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna let you get it. I just want to say
Article 3? But what's in Article 3 that's so important though? Please.
We're gonna get into that. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna let nonetheless get into it. But I do want to say shout out to everybody in the chat. I just want to comment down for a little second. We're gonna get right back into the conversation. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button as y'all come in. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all support the chatter. Shout out to Von Moore. for the Cash App donation. He said, keep up the dope frequency. Absolutely, bro. I'm actually enjoying this conversation. We'll probably get into some more history, but we're dealing with the lawful things. This is a conversation that's mostly taboo within the Aboriginal community. So we're talking about status and legal and lawful conversation. So shout out to these brothers on here that's participating as well, man. Shout out to A1 nonetheless, Reginald Jones, Root Words, Wakandi, Darvis Black, Superman, the Hanu Kiel, Smoke Signal. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. So let's get it in, man. Go ahead. Nonetheless, you got the floor, brother.
Yeah, big bro. What's up, everybody on here? Yo?
Peace and blessings.
I just want to make a statement because we kind of jumping all over the place with it. But one thing you gotta realize is that when you're dealing with these courts, especially municipal is just another word for commercial courts, admiralty, maritime, law. So when they merge those two together with the civil and the criminal aspect, they now are creating some type of pseudo fine money revenue system through the courts. So they bleeding your and that's why when you get charging papers, they're charging you. You know what I'm saying? So when you understand that aspect, now you know where to fight. Because right now they got us where we don't know where to fight at. So what they do is they tricked us into not knowing the jurisdiction. They're never going to ask us what the jurisdiction is. So what you got to do is start really putting on your thinking cap, right? And start understanding that they operating off presumptions, assumptions, and color of law. So that right there is where you're now acquiescing into a maritime admiralty jurisdiction. However, they're going to disguise it with statutory law. So that's really what you understand.
Real quick, because he mentioned Article 3. What's in Article 3 is Section 2. It's the capacity in which the court is being held, which is criminal and civil. So when you go to any of these courtrooms, they have to be criminal or have to be civil. Now we just discussed what's under the criminal capacities, right? So traffic is what? Quasi-criminal. Now he tell you it's quasi-criminal. Any traffic matter is quasi-criminal. So now you ask the judge, are you bound to the Constitution? You are. So you on the record for the record, you're bound to the Constitution. So
they're not going to say that though, bro.
I mean, I've had that done plenty of times, bro. I've even got detained for asking them, but I've always asked the if that was when I was trying to adjudicate.
Did they answer? Did they say this is Article 3?
Listen, I made a judge my trustee one day, bro. I made a judge my bro. Listen, I called him out there. I was like, boom. I was like, look, man, I got a couple questions pertaining my defense since I am going pro se, right? I'm like, look, I wish not to be held in contempt. I'm just trying to get remedy so I can properly defend myself. I need to know what jurisdiction and what capacity this courtroom is being held. And I said, by the way, my honor, I am the beneficiary of the trust. And as the beneficiary, I'm appointing you as my trustee on the record for the record. Let the record reflect. Got him to dismiss it.
I don't know. Last year I was on YouTube, and I practiced this stuff too. Though when I showed the YouTube people when the way I get it is
real. My shit real.
I'm not going against yours. I'm not going against yours, bro. I'm saying.
Hold on, one at a time. Y'all, everybody mute up. Let me work it.
I'm not going against yours. I'm saying the way I did it. And I'm trying to say, if you don't put it through the clerk of court, you're going to get hit in the head because that's where all law starts at with, like when we say it's on the record, when I went to court, I filed out a piece of paper on a regular piece of paper. I put the cop's name as the defendant and me as the claimant. And I said, I claim to make a motion just to make sure my case get further on. And right then, a lawyer came in the room and said, we have to make sure we do this first. And the lawyer came and withheld and took themselves away from the court case. Then they told me to get the hell out the courtroom. I got out the courtroom. Then the prosecutor came outside the courtroom and said, how would you like to handle this case? So I'm trying to say the only way to beat these people is understand there's remedy in your claim. You have to go through the clerk of courts, which is some simple shit, and whoever wrote that ticket on you or that case.
Immediately, you write through the clerk of courts that your name, which is the claimant, their name is the defendant, the case number, then whatever courtroom you go to, you write name under perjury. You can do this on a regular piece of paper. I'm talking about a regular. You can do this on a piece of toilet paper.
But you adjudicating the matter when you don't have to.
That's not what I'm saying. Is my fault. Just one thing I'm just trying to say is I'm on YouTube showing this shit. It works if you get you a piece of paper.
Explain
and attack
what
the
you're
top.
doing. Explain.
But I just want to say one thing. I got scared at the end. That's what I'm trying to say. People, I would like to see people's cases. My cases on YouTube. What I'm trying to say is that when the dude came outside, the prosecutor came outside. That's pressure though. I don't know what the fuck going on. I got the 2 felonious assaults. I got some real cases on me and shit. Where they was like, well, what you want to do with this? Which I should have wrote another claim on the prosecutor. See, y'all know what I'm trying to get the people is you got to alleviate people from the case. The case first starts off as you as a subject, and that lawyer is voluntarily your person until you alleviate that person. And to my best standing, the only way to alleviate it is what A1 did: stand up for yourself and make it under the court documents or file a piece of paper. And if you ain't got past that, I want to hear this shit, but I wasn't going against you, A1. But I digress off that.
No, I was just asking you.
No, I want to finish though. No, go ahead.
I'm sorry. No. You're right. Nonetheless, my bad. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
No, what I want to say real quick is, I just wanted people to get just walk them through it, because when you go into one avenue, you start talking about Article 1, Article 2, Article 3 courts. That's going to confuse people. You know what I'm saying? So what I wanted to do is just show from the basics. From them, see, once you walk into that court, you already give them jurisdiction. So remember, when they mail you and like say some people get indictments or they get charging papers, you gotta understand that's not a part of the record yet. So when Smoke was saying, well, why are we getting charged? Because you showed up and you're holding their property in your hand, and you understand that that's not even a part of the record. So when the judge give you, like, say for instance, a nigga got drug charges, right? He's sitting there with the paper in front of him. All you gotta do is look on there and say, well, I don't see any charges on this piece of paper. They're gonna hand you the same thing that you got in your possession. You say, you turn it over, you read it. You say, I still don't see any charges on his paper. Can you please instruct the prosecutor to read these charges into the record? You know what's gonna happen? He's gonna be responsible if he reads it to the record. But all our niggas, and I'm not saying we dumb, but a lot of niggas who are ignorant to the law are holding a bond in their hand. They're getting locked up because they're taking responsibility for the bond that's not on the record. That's why when you go to the clerk of court, you're making it a part of the record of your standing. So when they presume they go under colorable titles, you are holding responsibility for the surety for the bond that you're holding, and you're going to get locked up until that bond is fulfilled inside of the whole commercial circulation that they're using to lock your ass up. You know what I'm saying? Because the taxes haven't been paid on the bond, you're holding responsibility until the bond. So in 20 years, once that bond is fulfilled, they get you out of jail because now the taxes have been satisfied, bro. That's all it is. That's all the commercial shit is, bro.
Nonetheless, though, look.
Yeah. Hold on, I got one real quick. What is it? What is it that ties you to the obligation, bro?
You showed up to court. That's what tied it to it. That's why I smoke. This is why that's why we say file your shit before you go to court. That's court. When you understand that court is not that building. They got us like zombies walking to these buildings. Court is when you file your papers at home. That's why we say file your shit to make sure they don't use the colorable, the assumptions, the presumptions, the colorable titles. That way you got something to rebut their shit that they're assuming you who you are. So the court is your file. When you file your shit with the clerk, when you put the shit on your record, when you get the certified mail, that's court. Not when you show your ass up because you're giving them jurisdiction. When you show up, you're already giving them jurisdiction. So, but if you do show up, that's what you going in there. You going to court. This what you say. I'm gonna tell you exactly what to say. Once you do all this, you go into court and you let them know this. You let them know that I'm the whole in due course, right? You let them know now, since you got everything filed, you say, I'm the holding due course. Here's a third party intervener making a special appearance as the authorized representative for the defendant. I accept the value and return the value, any and all charges connected to this, all charging instruments in this matter, and make my exemption as principal available for discharge of all obligations and charges connected to this case. I do not dispute any facts contained in the charging instrument. So therefore, when you go in there, you let them know you do not dispute any facts. So if there ain't no facts on that piece of paper, you're not disputing. But guess what? It ain't no fucking fact.
Ain't nothing less.
That's why you don't make a public. The judges are there because of public controversy. We had a controversial shit with another tribe, or another nigga had a controversy. So if you don't dispute any facts, they have no case.
Nonetheless,
You go in that
that
courtroom
people
is
look,
like
look.
stepping on their
Hey,
shit.
real quick, let me just I just want to say what he's saying about that, right? Look, that right there is a whole lot, and people don't want to invest no time into learning things. That's the reason why a lot of people get trapped up. Now, there's more than one remedy, obviously, right? But even with any of these remedies, if you don't learn it and understand why you're using it, then you gonna always get caught up. You gonna always get caught up if you don't understand why you're using any of this stuff. You have to manifest it. Now go ahead, because the other brother was about to say something. But I'm just saying, like with any of these things you invoking to these people, you invoking a spell to repent the spell that they trying to present on you. Because they trying to put a spell on you. You know what I'm saying? So you coming up with your own spell, but you have to be able to know how to recite this shit, and you have to practice it. You have to understand why you're using it, and that's the only way any of this shit ever going to manifest. You have to invoke that shit and mean it. When you go there, mean that shit. You ain't got to be arrogant. You know what I'm saying? You always want to be honorable, but at the end of the day, you have to understand. You have to take time to learn a lot of these processes. And even if it's a simple process, you have to take time to learn it. Because too many people they want you to do the work for them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not trying to be nobody I have power attorney over nobody to do anything. You supposed to self-law master. You supposed to be able to know how to do this shit on the spot. Just like you know anything else, you're supposed to know how to do this because they're going to try you and they're going to test you. And if you don't know how to invoke any of these remedies, then you always going to be held in their jurisdiction.
And they're going to put on some type of theater when you start doing anything right. I ain't even say you get it all the way right. When you do anything right, just that pressure. People keep this shit like when you in the courtroom and all them motherfuckers looking at you. That's a whole different type of pressure on you. So I'm just like, hey, mother, just be careful. This shit, I mean, there's remedies in this shit and it do work, but just be careful because a lot of people say this shit and they ain't go through that pressure. They ain't get kicked the fuck out the courtroom, had them fucking cops around them, had a prosecutor around them. They ain't go through this shit. You can't look they fucking cases up. So I'm like, just be careful of people that's going off hearsay and see people that got cases their cases that you can look over and shit and see what they did wrong or right. And that's what I'm trying to say. You got to eliminate this third party person. You have to eliminate a third party, which is the lawyer, which orally contracts. If you don't withdraw that lawyer with a piece of paper, that's your third party. You can't get out of it. It's in what you call the equities of lawyers and equity of law. These motherfuckers, they naturally put you as a third party. So
now you always go pro se. You don't never go with no.
Not pro se. Pro se is still. I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just trying to say if a lawyer hasn't came in there and said, Judge, I'm relieving myself from this case. This man has did. I can't say they said pro se. They said something where they said both of y'all step out the courtroom. 10 minutes later, the prosecutor came out there and said, what do I want to do? Right then, that was too much pressure on me. I'm like, damn, that's a lot of pressure. Okay, I'm outside the courtroom. These motherfuckers got me surrounded. So they took my case outside the courtroom. My shit documented. So all I'm saying is my next move, and for anybody, if y'all want to know who to attack in a court case when you file a motion or you file a countersuit, You attack the prosecutor.
Now, you
See, I
don't really
know that
never
next
want to
time.
talk to the prosecutor, though. You always want to address the judge because
The
you
judge
already.
is only
Why
the
are you even
third.
talking to the prosecutor? Because
See, that's what I'm trying to say. There's two different understandings. A judge has never sent a piece of paper to you. It's the prosecutor that's handling your case
the
that's going off
prosecutor gotta
hearsay,
know the
hearsay, my
rules.
brother.
No,
The,
no,
the,
you're right. All right.
the prosecutor is going off hearsay, say. So you have to put in a claim to say where is your evidence through the mail. See, that'll knock this whole case. I'm just trying to say
Hey,
I went
but
through the steps
wait a
to
minute.
understand that, but I digress.
Hold
I digress, my
on,
brother.
Wait a minute. See, I'm starting to notice.
The difference
What
is
I'm starting to notice. This is what I'm starting to notice. I'm starting to notice the lack of specifications. You see what I'm saying? I'm starting to notice the lack of specifications, bro. Because
that's why I was going to ask Root this question. Hey, Root, hold up. Hey, Root, when you went into court, did you have an attorney or did they assign you a public defender?
I'm saying this, just 30 seconds. I'm saying whenever you go in a courtroom, if you don't file you a motion or file you a countersuit, you are the third. You have to use, or you are a servant of that third party, which is the lawyer or the public defender. I digress off that.
No, which one did you have? I'm not asking about the prosecutor. I'm asking about who was representing
public
you.
defender.
Okay. So they assigned you. See, that's why you got to know act the right. So now you went in there. They assigned you a public defender. So what happened to the public defender? That's what I want to know.
Sir, look, let me break down all law to you. 30 seconds. I don't need that long. Just rebut this. Look, all law goes off hearsay, which is handled by the prosecutor. The only way to get out that shit is to write a counterclaim against the prosecutor and ask for the facts, which you have to start from the post office. I digress.
Wait a minute,
I didn't say rebut that, my brother. I digress.
No, I'm not trying to rebut anything. I'm trying to get an understanding of what you're talking about. So now you had a public defender, right? So they assigned you a public defender. What happened to the public defender? Why was he taken off the case?
There you go, because I kept saying that I'm about to write a motion. I'm about to write a claim. We got in an argument for like 3 hours for a week straight. My first time in court, I said, look, I'm writing a claim. I want you to go in here and write me a claim and write this and that. And she started panicking, flipping out on me. So I knew I was on something. I'm like, you're going against your ethics. You're supposed to do what I'm supposed to do. She was like, I can't write a claim for you. I can't do this shit. I'm just trying to show you what my case is. It's documented, my brother.
No,
I'm trying to show you what I did, and I eliminated everybody. I eliminated the judge, my lawyer, and I was face to face with the person that was bringing a claim against me. Now, I hope that's a person's manuscript. So if you ever get in the case, write a counter claim against the prosecutor. I digress.
No, rude word. You didn't explain how the public defender got off the case when he was representing you.
I did. I said when you file you any type of paperwork, that proves that you are now in control of your. I think they said person persona. I don't think they said pro se, but you're in control of your pro se or your person persona.
Hey, but
that's the only way to get control unless you're doing what A1 said. Now, if you put it on the record in the court, now you probably can get that defender to get the fuck up out of there.
Listen, they ask you when you get arraigned, do you want to present yourself or do you need an agent, a public defender to represent you? They ask you that from the start. So if you even agreeing to having a public defender at that point in time, then you should never even get to that point where you even got no attorney. We already.
How about if I was in jail? How about if I was in jail? This is how sweet it is. If you in jail for the whole weekend, then bond out, then write you a piece of paperwork, your whole shit start over. I had to when I bonded out. As soon as I did this shit, I bonded out. Then I started writing my own paperwork. My name is Andre Murphy, and it's in the case in Portsmouth, Ohio. If a person hasn't filed their own motion or their own paperwork, they should do it first, and then the whole case will open up in their face because they're going to remove you from the case, and the prosecutor is going to have to come out there around the sheriffs in like this theatrical form and bully you. And you see, oh, it's the prosecutor I should be going after, not this cop that signed the shit. See, I put the cop on my paper. I said me as the claimant and the cop as the defendant.
Well, what was the
crime?
Y'all heard the name I used. Hold up. What was the crime?
A felonious assault, battery. It was a nice
All right, so
amount of
you had
cases.
some you really had some people that had a claim against you. So there had to be an injured party. There had to be somebody who came to court. You
No,
saying
they didn't. I took the injured parties to court. Then I had to flee from police. I had like 8 cases. Y'all can pull my case up. I beat all that shit except for one charge. I couldn't get away from motherfucker pushing the cop away from me and pushing him down. Y'all wouldn't shit out there, but I'm just trying to say
you
I
ain't really
eliminated
beat them. They
all
get
cases.
dropped all of the.
I'm trying to show y'all any case in the world. Fuck my case. I said
guilty, though.
all cases in the world, y'all. If y'all listening, I put in motions and I put in my own claims, and everybody ran, and the prosecutor had to come out there and stand on that claim. But I've never did this before, and I panicked and copped out to 30 days in jail. Had felony.
So you didn't win.
I did win. I won. I'm trying to see that. I'm trying to show y'all a real way to do it. And nobody. I'm just gonna say this to you, A1. I bet you won't pull up your case.
Oh, pull up what case?
See, y'all haven't did it yet. That's what I'm saying. Y'all haven't put in this motion. Y'all talking.
Hold on. What case is it?
All y'all on YouTube will never use this paperwork or show people. I'm on YouTube doing this, my brother. Y'all haven't did it.
Word. There is no case because they all get dismissed. So it ain't even.
It's still on public record, A1. If y'all have did this stuff, y'all need to show the people. I'm showing the people the only way to get out of it is to write a counterclaim against the Y'all talking about standing in front of courtrooms, that don't work, man. When you're in front of a courtroom and you haven't signed a TTEE, you're not the trustee, bro. The only way to sign for the trustee, what you're talking about, is signing TTEE. That makes you the fiduciary leader. You can't talk that shit in the courtroom. You gotta sign that shit.
For the record, you can verbally say it. What are you talking about? You can verbally say it on the record.
I'm not saying y'all wrong, but when y'all saying like we're going against each other, I would like for y'all to prove out some proof because y'all talking hearsay. See, my case isn't hearsay; it's factual.
But you just said you still got found guilty.
No, I'm saying what y'all saying. Okay, I got found guilty because I got scared and I haven't went through this motion before. But I'm saying that you haven't went through the motion.
My God.
I'm saying that y'all.
I don't want them charged. I don't put myself in a situation to gather them type.
That's not right when you can't prove up none of this shit. So I'm saying that you're not walking the walk. You're just barking, my nigga.
Well, let's do a taboo conversation.
I'm saying all y'all up here is barking because y'all haven't went through it. Y'all haven't went through the pressure.
Listen, look.
I went through it.
Everything I'm telling you has been done.
Hold on. Everybody mute up. Everybody mute up real quick because it's too much going on, man. Niggas getting too loud. You know what I'm saying? It's getting hostile. Let's bring the energy up. We had good vibrations all day. We're going to keep the vibrations up, frequency up, because it's different ways to skin a cat. So, you know, none of you niggas is got the absolute answers, even though y'all might have solutions that work. So learn how to, you know, add in instead of take away. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas do too much withdrawal and negativity. Learn how to deposit something positive in somebody's memory bank for once in a while. All right, let's continue the conversation with peace and
Hey, bro, hold up, real quick. I want to say this real quick on this subject. When you learn what you're doing, we gotta understand that these judges and these attorneys, a lot of times they don't know law. They know procedure. So stop acting like these people when you go into court knows what you know. Sometimes they don't know because remember they got their job through people that they know, and they may just be sitting there putting on a play. So a lot of times don't get intimidated by these judges and these lawyers. They don't know shit either. You feel what I'm saying? They out there, they actors. So I want to point that out to people. Stop giving them all this credit because they don't know shit either, bro.
I like to build on this. I think we missing. This is a taboo conversation that we need to have because we missing the root cause. They designed it. They created the whole judicial system. They knew that we was coming. They knew when they put created the 13th Amendment, the clause in there. They put that clause in there. They know who they was targeting. They was targeting us. They had a plan. So by us jumping over ABC and going to XYZ and forgetting about the root, we doing a disservice to ourselves and we just going back to sleep. This is a taboo conversation because so many of our people is in prison right now behind this, and we still around here trying to figure it out. This shit is crazy, and we keep jumping over the root cause. We're gonna have to go to war. We're gonna have to fight. We all gonna have to fight, and we need to be legally inclined, intelligent, and not going around trying to jumping over ABC and going to XYZ and trying to make sense out of a lie, out of something that was designed to capture us, to kidnap us, to entrap us. And I'm gonna lay my plan right there. I got a lot to build on this though, because I was a victim of this. I went to court, and those judges, I did a 170.6 to get rid of one judge. When I went to another judge, I did my background check on this lady, found out she was a Christian woman. She was out of San Diego. She was fair, and she even dismissed the case when a police officer went in there and lied. So I'm like, oh yeah, this is the one. But what the judge did and the prosecutor did, they wrote a letter to that judge telling her to stay out of their business, basically stay out of the business, and send the case right back to them. So that's what it happened. I went back to that same judge, and I seen the scheme because they put me in a hold and everything. That's why I told you I was writing my motions on toilet paper, sending it in. I'm making sure that I'm saying something because I read that don't. So you
nothing. Really got your motions on toilet paper. They really did accept it, correct?
Yeah, they accepted it.
That's deep, yeah. I'm telling you, and it's on. And when you pull it up on your case, it's in there too, ain't it? Like that shit's in there. Like it makes you not feel good, but it makes you like, wow, I could. Yeah.
United States versus Willie Jones. And people on the state level, it's people versus Willie Jones. I've been dealing with them for over 20 years, and I went to trial with all my cases. They didn't shackle me down inside the courtroom and made me stand in front of the judge. I told the judge, fuck you. I done flipped the tables over. I didn't announce all my constitutions on there, let them know they violated every one of them, all the way to the 4th, 5th, 6th, 8th, and the 14th. And I'm like, man, y'all, where's the equal protection at? Where's the due process? Why I'm not being, So I'm figuring. I finally realized that I'm not recognized. I don't even exist.
Jones, because you ain't go to the first step, okay? The first step.
That's what I was going to ask him.
But look, prove your status and show your standing. By proving your status, show standing. All right, now if this particular person you're dealing with have no standing, he can't speak in court. Now,
what was he locked up for, though? Hold on. We got to know what he was locked up for before we can apply every remedy. Just don't apply to everything, and that's what nobody up here is saying. So what was you locked up? All right. So what was he locked? What was you locked up for?
I was locked up for possession for sales and assault and battery, resisting arrest on an officer. And then the last case, the federal case, was a transportation of illegal aliens, which I'm fucked up in the head about that because I grew up around Mexicans. I didn't know that I can go to prison for somebody not having a green card. So that really woke me up right there. Realized, man, they just trying to kidnap us, But I fought hard.
But let me ask you a question though. The first time when you did it, when you said you had assault, you had some CDS charge, right? Controlled dangerous substance, right?
Cocaine. Yeah.
So you was still you was trapping at that point in time, though, right?
I was doing. Yeah, I was out.
All right. So when you do, but when you put look, my dude, listen. You still doing negativity to your people in the community, so it's not going to work properly as if you are going to work and these niggas just stop you and then they pull you over and then they do all of that other shit to you. But if you're still engaging in that activity, then you got to take the results from it because
even though I was trapping, but I didn't get busted for it. What these officers did, they was already targeting me because my name was ringing. So one of those days, they pulled me over and wrote a report. I didn't know nothing about law, but I knew how to read though. And when I read it, it didn't match up to what happened that day.
What did they write a report on?
They wrote a report on how they arrested me. How they.
It was hearsay, correct? Was it hearsay or did they have factual evidence?
It was their report, but once it came on that paperwork, it became legal. See, that's the difference.
I didn't ask you that. I said, when you went to jail for like the drugs and all that stuff, was the cops writing the hearsay or did they have proof that the stuff was real?
They didn't have no proof. They broke hearsay.
Thank you. So what I did was write the cop. That's what you do, write the cop and say, where are your facts at? But it starts through your paperwork getting a motion. So you can show the record that now you're alleviating the lawyer and now it's you versus the prosecutor.
Bro, he ain't had no probable cause from the door. Even Article 4 section, Article 4 tells you it prevents illegal stops, searches, and seizures.
How do people invoke that, my brother? I'm just asking, how do you invoke that spirit of illegalness to them?
Okay, so what I just said, how you invoke it to prevent. Listen, understand. I'm gonna say this again because everybody is going straight to adjudication. That's what all I'm hearing. Everybody going straight to adjudication and to adjudicate yourself properly without just throwing some shit out there to see if it worked. If you was to get faced with that same situation, can you do it again? That's what I'm saying. So
and what I'm saying is that this is they knew from the beginning. This is all by design. So it doesn't matter about me knowing law or not, but it will help. It will help because they ain't coming after you. They ain't coming after you. If a goofy ass officer decides to take you in.
It's all about you knowing the law. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. So
knowing it and invoking it is two different things.
Because that's what got you trapped. Your ignorance is what got you put in jail.
I disagree.
I'm trying to say that all law starts at hearsay.
But when I was outside, I didn't know. But like I said, I was kidnapped. Because the police was real hot. I didn't do nothing illegal in front of the officers. Even though, like you said, I was doing a disservice by selling crack, but I was making money because I was in poverty. I didn't have shit.
So you didn't get caught with no drugs. So what do? You challenge probable cause.
This is what I did.
That's it. But
this is what I did. I filed a suppression motion. Suppressing all the evidence based on the 4th Amendment violation. The officer didn't have no probable cause, and there was no exigent circumstances, meaning that he could have went and got a
What did you file and who did you file it to? What I'm saying is when I filed it
in preach.
Hear me out a little bit, OG, because you went through some work and you didn't file paperwork. I'm just trying to show you how I filed it, and it's going to show that it's different than yours. I filed it as my name as the complaint, as like how they give you a case. I turned it all the way around, and that's how I filed my paperwork. Is at the top, it was the state of Ohio, city Portsmouth, Ohio, the judge's name, the judge's courtroom. Then I was the person to claim it. The cop was the defendant. It was let me make sure I say that it was a counterclaim, bro. See that?
I'm tell you this though, root word. The reason why they didn't let me win that case because that judge and that prosecutor had arrested over 1,000 some people. Now, if I would have won
I asked you a simple question, my brother. I'm not trying to be an asshole. Where did you write your people the claim and the files to? Who did you write it to?
I wrote it. What you mean? I filed a motion. I filed a motion to the judge. You got to get the judge 10 days. He look over the motion and you have you set a date. You go to calendar and go to calendar court and set a court date for the proceedings. So when you go in there, the judge already know because you done sent the motion in there. And I let the judge know all about my constitutional violations and all that. So he have a hearing. But what he denied me of my witnesses. He do a violation of the 6th Amendment. The right for me to confront my
I'm saying you're already in their jurisdiction. You're already in their jurisdiction.
Willie Jones.
Yeah, but jurisdiction got 3 folds.
Yeah.
Willie Jones, what you did was show your ignorance, and then they took advantage of you.
Exactly. Yeah. But like I'm saying from the beginning, that's why I'm saying this is a taboo conversation because we jumping over ABC and going to XYZ and not understanding that this is all by design. That we were supposed to be entrapped and kidnapped.
Nah, you only supposed to be entrapped if you ignorant and you don't understand it.
So you saying that it's not a war on us?
Listen, brother, listen to what I'm telling you, brother. I sold
drugs. I'm saying it is a war on us. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm challenging this whole law paradigm shit. Go ahead.
Yeah, I sold drugs too, but guess what? When I was out there selling drugs to motherfucking any and everybody or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I was working with whoever you call it, the lower self, the devil, or whoever the fuck you want to call it. So when I was doing wrong was coming upon me. So I accept that because for me to learn, I can't win at that. If I would have won at being a drug dealer, then I wouldn't know other aspects of life. I would never went to college. I would never did other things. You understand what I'm saying? So What I'm saying to you, yeah, it's a war out there, but understand remedies to the law. There's remedies to all of this shit. The remedy, you still, no matter what remedy you do, you still have to understand why are you filing this fucking paperwork? Or why are you making this? Why are you making this speech or this declaration, or you invoking upon the so-called courtroom? Why are you doing it? Do you understand why they bringing you into court?
Yeah, by default. So by default, all these trials and errors that I did going through court, I finally realized how to address the court and how to really protect myself. And I'm just here to show how all of us could protect ourselves. But we must have this taboo conversation because we must know exactly where it's coming from. The judge's work is up under the judicial, which is connected to legislator, and what's connected to executive, which is called the three branches of power. They are the one over all this shit. Even though they now have their hand particular on it, or they particularly have their hands on me, but they gave the green light to all these motherfuckers up under them to do what they're gonna do to us, just to get us off our land and to erase us and put us in prison to do prison industry work. And all I'm saying is that we need to go straight to the source. What they've been doing to us is using that 13th Amendment clause in there, which is the judge already know already that we are not to be protected unless you, like you said,
Hey, Willie Jones. So what are you going in court as? Are you letting them know who you are, or you just assuming that they should know who you are?
What I'm saying, all that's in the past. All that's
no, I'm just saying, I'm going forward.
I would ask Willie Jones, a regular nigga off the street. I didn't know shit, but I learned by default and I caught on. I got all my discovery from the last case. I made sure I got all my discovery, made sure I filed all my paperwork. And then what they did, they had a trial without me. They kicked me out the courtroom.
Bro, we're not talking about that case. What are you going to do going forward? Like
I don't
going
have no
forward
case,
now.
hold on,
Brother, but you having this conversation because the way these niggas, you just said they got a war against you, they liable to pull you over any given time.
They are still, yeah. I'm not
okay.
Yeah, so that don't got nothing to do with drugs, bro. You pull it over, don't got nothing to do with drugs.
Bro, what I'm trying to understand is this. Understand, so going forward, you understand the certain procedures to dealing with these people in these so-called courts.
Absolutely.
Because if you ain't getting no remedy, is not copping out. That's not a remedy. That's anybody can cop out.
I ain't never took no deal.
I'm not saying whether or not you took a deal or not. You lost trial or whatever.
I went straight in there. And you know, I did some time after that shit though. But I learned. I stayed in that constitutional book, and I know the law now. I know all that shit. I don't worry about the police.
State courts do not have jurisdiction over the Constitution.
It ain't no
the
fear of me.
Constitution is only for you to hold their feet to the fire. It ain't for you. It's only for them because they the ones who put their hand on the Bible and said, "I make a declaration to swear upon the Constitution." That's their motherfucking mission.
But that's why you make a secular parent.
When I see the police, I see money now.
description.
I see money now. When I see the police trying to pull me over. A civil lawsuit. I'm in that now. I know how to hit their pockets. I know how to sue that police in his individual capacity and sue his department and sue the state.
But you only gonna be able to do that if you win. If you lose, if you listen, if they give you 20 fucking tickets and you cop out the one of the fucking tickets, you can't sue that cop.
I understand that. I know exactly where you at with that.
I let people know because there ain't nobody expounding on how any of this shit is supposed to work.
But see, when we say a judge or anybody, the person that's bringing this hearsay to us is the prosecutor. So that's who we rebut. Now, people like, we have to break down the so-called veil. Like when people saying the judge is just a mediator of the case. The judge ain't got shit to do with it except for.
But the judge is living up. Listen, the prosecutor only. The prosecutor only going. Hold one at a time, fellas. Let's so we don't cause this argument type shit, man. Look, the prosecutor works for the judge under the rules of the fucking courtroom. So if you talk to the judge about the rules of the courtroom, and he's going to tell the prosecutor, "Do you have a case? Dismiss this matter." You don't even argue with them. You don't argue with the prosecutor.
I never said argue. I said in all cases of law, now that I know, whether I do live my life good or get pulled over when I live my life negative, I know when I go to court now is to file me out a counterclaim, just like they filed out their claim and gave me my paperwork. You put it in there and you put the prosecutor as the defendant and you as the claimee, saying, where is your evidence in this case? Because that's the person that's bringing this claim against you in court. And if you can
go to court though, you supposed to have that. Your paperwork's supposed to precede you. So by the time you get in the court, the judge already, when he called you up, he opening up your file. He see that you already sent some documents pertaining to this matter, and he's reading it as he called you up to the bench. You understand what I'm saying? So it never even supposed to go to the prosecutor because the judge, you supposed to handle it with the judge right then and there. You ain't never supposed to even talk to the prosecutor.
A1, have you ever filed a 170.6 against the judge?
I mean, yeah, against a superior court judge. If it's a municipal judge, you can
No, I'm talking about superior court.
Yeah, well,
I'm trying to say the judge don't bring the file against you. It's the prosecutor.
It don't matter. It's the law. It's what.
Yeah, so who is bringing? See, all law is held under facts or presumption. These people are bringing in presumption because they wasn't there on facts.
All law is commercial.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh no, it's not. All law is held under facts or presumption.
It's all commercial.
Hold on,
at the end of the day, you always go to jail and pay a fine, right?
Wow.
Real quick, y'all. Yeah. How many laws we talking about? Is they commercial? Is they presumptions, assumptions? What the fuck is going on here, bro?
They're only 20-something laws, bro. And that's the
all I'm saying is these are steps that I did, and I got to the last step. I just want to see people that then took these steps to. It's called unveil, like pull the veil back. And I don't went through the steps. Hold on, I just need 30 seconds. I don't went through these steps, and the last veil is the prosecutor. And now I'm asking y'all, when we're opening up a veil,
were you charged with anything?
Now I was charged with hella charges.
That makes it.
I went to jail on YouTube.
That makes it
everybody know about this case. I can't believe they ain't even talking about. I went to jail on YouTube.
If you was
still
charged,
got found not guilty though. I mean guilty though. Root word. You got.
I'm trying to tell people how to unveil the veil, and ain't nobody trying to tell them that. They keep going off stuff that they read because they haven't went through the actions.
Most of the time, when you get a bunch of fucking charges. Look, most of the time when you get a bunch of
people
fucking
get
charges.
mad when I say that.
Root word.
I'm not cutting nobody up. I'm just trying to say it's unveiling the veil, bro. And the only way to do that is if you go through these actions. And have none of y'all went and attacked the people that's bringing up these presumptions because they
know
ain't
anybody give an example of what they done in court.
All right,
you said ain't nobody. Look, the fact of the matter is that people shit got dismissed. You acquiesce no matter what you did. So most of the time when you get locked up, they give you a bunch of fucking charges and they willing to dismiss all of them and make you cop out to one so you still lose.
I made the mistake by when I won my case, I didn't sue their ass. That's the mistake I made. But what they did, they filed attempted murder on me right after that. So when they released me, they put attempted murder case on me and threw me off, and I fought that case. I was looking at 30 to life, and I fought till that shit, till I made that shit disappear, But they tried to, what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, man, we missing the root cause. We all had different parts in this case. I mean, in the trials or going in these courtrooms. But at the end of the day, man, y'all already know what the business is. We got to fight, man. We got to fight.
Can I ask this real quick? How many niggas, Rose, is locked up in America right now? Bro? Do anybody know that?
No, not specifically, but we know it's a lot of niggas. Go ahead.
And I heard it's like 3 million or some shit like that.
I
right?
got 100 homies. I got 100 homies in there right now. 100 homies.
That's what so it's obvious that it was a war against our people, and we know that when you dealing with so therefore I'm gonna say this: most niggas that know law have been locked up. That's the way I learned. I learned from a nigga that was in federal prison. So I'm not learning this mainly from books and shit. I'm learning from the motherfucking niggas that know law more than anybody is niggas that was locked up. Period. So don't sit up here and say that. So the shit is essential to our knowledge. We gotta know what the hell we're going against. You feel what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
That's
Though.
what. That's all I want to point out, bro.
No, that's a fact though. That most
Stop
people,
ignoring the pink elephant in the room.
yeah, you
Man,
most
listen,
people
Exactly,
like,
bro. We need to know this, bro. This is where we learned it from. We learned it from niggas that was locked up.
This is my
not
whole
everybody.
my whole
we
issue
need to
is
go through steps,
my whole issue
like
is
steps. There's
yo, one
steps
at
in
a
this. I'm
time,
gonna
man.
smoke this.
Let Smoke say something. Smoke ain't say nothing. Go ahead, Smoke.
I'm saying my whole issue is if we dealing with law, how are we even finding ourselves against it and it being against us? Law is supposed to be universal in concept, but if we are in a position where we find ourselves against it and it being against us, that speaks volumes. I'm gonna land right there.
How
No,
we gonna attack? How we gonna attack the
real quick
13th
though,
Amendment?
bro. No, hold on. Real quick. When you is it possible to learn all the law? What you gotta know is the principles of law. And that goes deeper than just learning law. This is when we talk about history, talk about what A1, you know what I mean? Everybody been teaching, it starts with the principles first. So once you know principles, then the law shit is like easy shit. That's elementary. You feel what I'm saying? But know the principles of law and what it stands on before you start going into these deeper realms. That's all I want to point out.
There's a book called Jurisprudence, the Philosophy of Law. You need to check that out.
Hey,
To my interpretation of law, you're gonna have to handle law on your own. You're gonna have to. It comes with remedy. Law comes with remedy, which means you have to make whatever claim you make. It has to come with remedy. Like, well, this person did this, and I expect this for it. And here go the proof of it through my facts 1, 2, 3, and 4. And under perjury, I'm not insane, and I'm not crazy, and I know what I'm doing. And I signed the paper.
Smoke signal.
You gotta stand in the speaking court.
Smoke signal. I think you having a difficult time separating made up law and natural law. The made up shit is what they trying to trap us in.
That's man-made. You mean man-made and natural law?
Right. Man-made. And that's what they trying to trap us in. And we're fighting them to go back to natural law, which is applied to us and what we live by.
But
This
you
is all
can't apply,
this
you
all
can't
I'm
apply
saying though.
natural
Look,
law though. You
hold
can't
on, this
apply
all I'm saying, bro. This all I'm saying. That being the case, and law is specific, right? We shouldn't be fighting it. We shouldn't even be in a position to where we have to fight law by any means. I'm saying that in itself speaks volume. Why are we even in this position?
We're fighting against the man-made law. We fighting against the man-made law, the shit that they try to trap us in.
We're fighting. Hold up, real quick.
Hey, I think that y'all gotta unveil the veil, and ain't none of y'all did that, bro.
Hey, fellas. One at a time.
Look, all I'm saying is, once you get to talking about man-made law, then you're dealing with a man. What man are you dealing with? Because I'm not the man who made the man-made law. So why am I being? Why is the man who made the law? How is it being set up against me? For what purpose is this law being set up against me? Who is this man? Who is this man who made the law? And why aren't we addressing his motherfucking ass? See, we tied up. We tied up into challenging the law and not the man who made the law that set it up against you. Who the fuck is this nigga?
Hey, hold up, real quick. You know who they are? What they did was they created a corporate construct, like the state of Ohio, for example. They made that a man. They made these entities men, and they're hiding behind those corporate veils. So the state of Ohio,
you a corporation, though.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Yes.
But make sure you put that point. Like people, you know what I'm saying? You don't definitely want nobody to be confused when they, because a lot of this shit right here ends up in time from work, time from you doing your own personal leisure time, doing whatever the fuck you're supposed to be doing. You got to find some way to defend yourself against these, and they're persistent. This shit is a relentless pursuit until either you're found innocent and the shit get dismissed, or you're going to be slaving to pay them, or to go be serving a couple of days behind. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck they going to do. That's all I'm saying.
A1.
But it shouldn't be that hard for us all to come together and say, here goes step 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we might have a discretion in step 1. There might be a discretion in this with step 3, but law is only like you can't do law 5 or 10 ways. So what is the problem with us unveiling the goddamn bill unless motherfuckers don't? I just need 30 seconds, bro. I'm just trying to say it shouldn't be this hard for 10 years for people to come together with a plan 1 to plan 5, unless people really aren't trying to unveil the bill. That's what I'm really trying to say, because I walked the walk, and everybody else giving out these hypothetical scenarios, and they ain't walked the walk. The fuck is wrong with people?
But listen. Step 1 is this, right? Step 1, if we sit up here talking about how they treat niggas, and we know that why they been treating niggas like this, we done heard Civic Motules, you're dead in the eyes of civics. We done heard all of this shit. So the step 1 is definitely letting these people know, because remember, you're supposed to enforce any of these so-called declarations that these people put out there that's in your best favor. And 1 and 2 of them are the UNDRIP and the ADRIP.
A1.
The UNDRIP, hold on, I don't want to lose this point real quick, brother. Okay. Look, so the UNDRIP and the ADRIP tells you have a right not to be forcibly assimilated. So you have a right to reject assimilation. So what the fuck is assimilation? Assimilation is because you are a corporate entity. So the first thing you must do is basically declare that you're not one of them. They think you one of them. That's the reason why they do what the fuck they want to do to you. But I just want to make step 1 clear according to what I'm saying. Step 1 is you declaring who the fuck you are, and then go from there.
Okay.
That's step 1.
But look, we are at war, man, and I'm here representing those who don't have a voice, that those who in prison don't know what the fuck is going on. We've been through that. I've been through that. All I'm saying is that we got to go to the root. I can't get everybody to
the root is that
hear me out, brother.
I understand what you're about to say. Hold on, real quick.
Let him go get it out, man. I want to hear what I'm trying to hear what he's saying too. Let him get it out.
The root, but go ahead.
All I'm saying, A1 is, it's ugly. It's ugly. We at ground zero. So what I'm saying is that I want to go to the root cause. The root cause is that clause that's in the 13th Amendment that's still right there.
Bro, the root cause is that they got you classified as a motherfucking Negro. Wait. Because you still talking about the Constitution. The Constitution don't got nothing to do with you.
It do.
You're not a 13.
Listen, the Constitution don't got nothing to do with you. That is only to make.
Am I ignorant? In my ignorant form, like the rest of us out here are Negroes. We, in the ignorant form, it does. It does.
Brother, you're not a Negro. You are American Indian. That's the whole purpose of this conversation.
On my birth certificate, it says Negro, and I was arrested. So what? I was arrested. Look, I was arrested.
That's not right for you to say that we're Indians and not Negroes, though, bro. If you're a nigga, let him be a nigga, man.
Brother, we know this. I know this. I'm a
Willie Jones story, though. Oh, this ain't the Willie Jones story. This is about remedy for people who are Aborigines.
So can I finish? Can I finish? You didn't let me finish. That's what I'm saying. I'm here for the people that don't have a voice, that been through some shit and still don't know what the fuck is going on. But look, all I'm saying is that to help my people, I feel that if I go after the 13th Amendment and get that clear up, that's gonna open up the conversation of the people who that 13th Amendment, the clause that it was targeted. It's targeting a specific people.
Brother, you ain't the people in that clause. You are American Aborigine.
I understand that.
That 13th Amendment proved that we've been here and we owe reparations, bro. That 13th Amendment proved that we've been here and we owe reparations, man. Y'all can't run from that shit. I don't care if you call it an Indian. I don't care if you call it a black. When y'all people be saying that we can't go to this 13th Amendment and prove shit, why y'all trying to stop people's reparations and what they believe in? All of us is not American Indian. All of us is not going to believe in that shit. Everybody ain't going to believe that they're American black, but everybody deserves a voice. Niggas deserve a voice though.
Right now.
Hey, look, hey,
y'all don't even believe y'all Indian, so everybody deserves a voice, bro.
One at a time. One at a time.
I'm telling you, You that
Okay, so
everybody deserves a
no,
voice just because
no,
we don't want to be American Indian. You should let us voice our opinion, bro.
ain't nobody saying nobody have to be American Indian, but the viewers who are watching this are American Indians and Aborigines and whatever. Most people already know that they're okay. At one point in time, these people they called you Negroes, but that don't mean that you ever had to be that. Okay, yeah, all right. This says Negro did this. You're talking about you talking about me, but I'm an American Indian. You just falsely classify me. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
But that's
how
the
you gonna
same
help
thing
the
we're
ones?
saying to you, that
A1,
you're
how you gonna
falsely
help those in
classifying
prison
us
right
by
now?
saying we're Indians.
A1, how
We're
you gonna help
Negro,
those in
bro.
prison right now with that?
Because Negro and Indian mean the same thing under law, and it don't get you nowhere ahead claiming Indian, bro. So when you say, "Oh, I'm not a Negro," I can say I'm not a $5 ass Indian, and it's still the same classification. A1. I
No,
digress
it's
off
not
No,
that.
the
it's not,
same
King.
classification.
That's not
Yeah,
true.
you
Not the
did
same
it. See, you trying to
No,
divide the shit. You
No, it's
on
not
some
the same
bullshit,
classification.
A1.
It's
It's
not the
you,
same
bro.
classification.
It's the
A1, what's up
same
with you,
people,
man?
bro. I will challenge you on that, A1. You're on some bullshit if you're saying they're not the same people.
I
You're on
ain't
some
not the
I'm
same
not
people.
bullshit.
telling
I
you
respect
they're
that.
not the same
No, you're
people.
just on.
Yo,
All right, bro.
My
one thing
people
I'm
that's
not
in
gonna
prison
fucking
right
do.
now, the
Willie
women,
Jones, hold
men and
up,
women that's in
hold up,
prison
Willie
right now,
Jones,
doesn't know what
Willie
A1
Jones,
know right now. Up under that,
Willie
we are
Jones, Willie.
look,
Listen,
we up
listen,
under
hold on. I'm
indoctrination.
addressing root word real quick. Listen, if we going to have a conversation, let's have a conversation where the people can fucking learn. Most people already know that they're not Negro, black, and colored. So at this point in time, we're still trying to defend that shit. Okay, we know when we read books, oh yeah, the so-called Aborigine was classified as a Negro. I understand that. I understand that. What I'm telling you is the whole thing why they've been doing what they've been doing to you is under the statuses that we've been going under in any of these courtrooms or sitting under any of these contracts or anything that you sign. You're signing it as a Negro or black or African American. All of that shit is synonymous, bro.
And
But when you keep saying,
so what's the timeline
when you
between
hold on, let me just rebut that real quick. When he keeps saying that bullshit, we learned it from the Moors that the nationality of black, Negro, and colored is right. But now we find out that them $5 ass Moors is fake too, A1. So when you go claim a Moor, black, Negro, colored, you're gonna get hit in the head and put in jail too. And that goes the same thing for Indian, Aboriginal, or fucking any other name, bro. So when you're saying stop claiming Negro, black, and colored, you're being false because all of them are false classifications on them, bro. I digress.
I'm
I
gonna
disagree.
need
I
2 minutes.
disagree.
I'm gonna need two
Can I talk?
minutes real
Hey,
quick.
can I talk?
I'm gonna need 2 minutes real quick just to address what I'm saying. So if what I want you guys to do is this, right? If you hear me say black or Negro in any of these documentations that I'm saying, please stop me, okay? And I'm gonna read. Just give me 2 minutes, and y'all can ponder on this shit, and I'm gonna mute my mic, okay? So we're gonna go by the UNDRIP, okay? Now you tell me what rights other than the civil rights movement that they got for so-called black people, right, that can compare to anything that I'm about to read right now. So Article 2, indigenous people and individuals are free and equal to all other people and individuals and have the right to be free from any kind of discrimination in the exercise of their rights based on their indigenous origin or identity. That's number 2. Number 3 goes, indigenous people have the right to self-determine by virtue of that they are freely to determine their political status, freely pursue their economic, social, cultural developments. Number 4, indigenous people, in exercising the right of self-determination, have the right to autonomy and self-government in matters relating to their internal local affairs, as well as ways and means for financing autonomous function. I want to get to number 8, and then you can keep it moving. Matter of fact,
Talk that
Article
shit.
6. Article 6. Every indigenous individual have a right to nationality. Article 7. Indigenous individuals have the right to life, physical, and mental integrity. So when these niggas pulling me over, is that mental integrity? Enforce this shit, motherfuckers. Let me continue. So
Talk that shit.
liberty,
But that shit never made it to Congress, and it's for foreigners, bro.
liberty and security or of person. Article 8. indigenous people and individuals have the right not to be subjected or to forced assimilation or destruction of their motherfucking culture. Enforce this shit, please. Please enforce it.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you
Bro, when
something.
you saying that black folks aren't indigenous to America, man, and that shit is for foreigners, bro.
I'm just saying.
That drink is for foreigners, bro. Barack Obama, the foreign ass nigga, signed that shit in the UN, man. So when you try to put that shit over the civil rights, the black folks that help all you niggas out, that's being disingenuous and you on some bullshit, my nigga. That's just some real shit, my nigga. And then you keep trying to say that we're not black. I need 30 seconds just like him. He the one who was talking and I'm rebutting the shit he's saying. Why can't y'all let me talk for 30 seconds? I just want to rebut him so I can be done about that bullshit drip. That bullshit drip was signed by the motherfucking Barack Obama, which is an African, and it was signed in Europe. And when you look at the front page, it got a whole bunch of fucking Europeans on it.
Rights was signed by Lyndon B.
No,
Johnson.
the civil rights was done in America, and it got people over here. So when you separate black people, A1, you're separating black people when you're being disingenuous. Fuck indigenous people, bro. Really, I'll challenge you on that shit. Everything that you say indigenous and aboriginal, that goes back to black folks, bro. And Moor and Indian, aboriginal, all that shit is fake too, bro. It's a fucking social construct. No, I just want to get done so I can challenge the shit you're saying. You keep telling folks they can't be black. You can't be a Moor, bro. You can't be an Indian or autochthonous. There's no land called autochthonous, A1. It's the adjective, bro, just like black, man.
You rambling.
No, I'm not rambling. I'm showing you what you're doing, being divisive, man.
Help us.
And you won't even let me be done.
How this going to help?
That's not what, man. You're not going to just talk about my black people are Jamaican, my nigga. You're not going to do that in my face, dude. You will never do it and never have, A1. I don't know why you do that shit like you can just push your way on people, bro. Nigga, A1 is autochthonous is an adjective, bro. Just like black, my nigga. So how the fuck you gonna tell an adjective not to be an adjective?
Black is a fucking.
See, that's disingenuous, my nigga.
One sprung from a fucking soil that he or she.
We don't come from the soil, bro. We come from our mothers and fathers. We're not from vegetables and fruit, my nigga.
You're right.
We're not from the tree land, my nigga. We ain't Jesus that come from the manger, my nigga.
Negroes and blacks.
Nah, you always be talking about black people like that. That shit ain't cool in my face, my nigga. Hey, we just ain't gonna be cool, I'm gonna fall back though. But I'm challenging you anytime, A1. We always fall out like this, but I'm gonna fall back, my nigga.
Hey, can I talk?
Yeah, go ahead, bro. I had a question though. Go ahead. I got it after you.
Hey, bro, I love everybody on this shit, bro. And I understand we under subjugation, alienation. Our people they stripped us from everything, our culture, our language. So we got to be more conscious to each other, bro. Education is the biggest key to solve this problem. Bro, the brother right here that say he identifies black, amongst each other, bro, I don't care. I love you the same. But our nationality is under Moorish descent. It doesn't mean Moor is short for Moroccan, bro. And that goes ancient.
Hey, fam, they not going. Hey, fam, let's not even.
Hold on. I'm finna show him how to protection. I'm finna walk him through it.
Nah, he already know all that what you're about to say, fam. And we only want to really go into the Moorish thing because that's
no. It's not about. It's not even about the Moorish thing because I don't come out no temple, bro. I study.
No, man. Listen, my dude.
You
What
feel
I'm
me?
trying to tell you is this. Look, fam. Like we can have this conversation another time, bro. I don't subject to none of that stuff too, but we've been arguing for a long time about the same terminology. So
no, I get it.
Ain't nobody up here. I'm just telling you. Ain't nobody up here going to even accept it. So it'd be best not to even waste your time because they're not even going to accept it. They done heard this a bunch of different times. So it's like
okay. Okay, I got you, bro. But what I'm saying,
not real.
Let me walk you through the remedy, bro. I'm talking about the remedy. What's going on today? What's going on?
Hold on, real quick before you walk us through the remedy. Is the remedy tied into identifying as a Moor? If not, proceed.
Yes.
Well, we don't want, like he said, we don't want to hear that, bro.
Listen, just hear me out, brother. Hear me out.
No, because we don't want you to waste your time or ours. We're not.
No.
Look, those of us
I'm
Look,
finna
those of
show you
us.
how they did it through language, bro. Just hear me out.
But
Hear me out.
if you
All this
saying,
ties in for what I'm saying.
look, if you saying that the remedy comes through having to
No,
identify.
listen.
Look,
Listen, hear
that's
me
why
out,
I asked you
brother.
that question. That's why I asked you that question. I asked
Do
you, is
do
the
any
remedy?
people on here identify as American Indian? On the panel right now, do anybody identify as American Indian?
I'm
I
a
don't think
Texas
nobody else
I'm
would
a
man.
identify.
so-called American Indian.
Okay, the brother. So I'm showing you what through language, bro, what they did. You feel me?
We already know that though, bro. That's what we trying to
That's
tell
what
you.
we trying to tell you. We already know where you're about to go with this. I'm just telling you, people on the panel and people in the chat room, once you start, because I'm gonna have to get involved, and I don't feel like having that conversation right now. So it's
But
like,
see, what
No,
I want to ask
fam,
you a major.
if
fam,
you
we
talking
telling you
about
something.
getting remedy in court, bro, listen. If you talking about
Hey,
getting remedy in
All
court,
right,
you
all right. Go
can't
ahead.
get.
2 minutes. Go ahead. Give your remedy spill. Go ahead, brother.
Okay, for me, right? I got a family. I got a wife. I got a daughter. I got a son. Right? I know through the Dred Scott case, I'm not legally and possibly can't be a citizen of the United States. Period.
Bro. All right.
Hold
Okay.
on.
All right. So look.
I'm
That's
a
what
petition.
the
I'm a
whole
petition.
fam.
I'm a petition. Okay, I live in Florida, right?
Mhm.
On the west coast of Florida. All I got to do is petition the court, which is the Spanish. Spanish occupied this territory, right? United States can't hear the matter, bro. Go to the 1783 definitive treaty. They can't talk on the behalf of us, bro. That's why they can't give you shit. They can't. When you go in court, they gotta list you as these nom de guerres, bro, which is your English legacy.
So how do you have them recognize who you are? What steps do you have to do for that?
Listen. Once again, like I said, we don't have a government, correct? So I know that we don't have a government structure, correct? So what I'm saying, I have a family. Long as my family identifies as Moors, right? I can petition the court, and they have to go by treaty. Why? Because it supersedes any fucking constitution.
Not if you harm one of their subjects, bro.
How are you a subject if you claiming your mother?
Who signed those
harm,
treaties?
yeah, but even the treaty talk, man. The treaty talk is like, yo, I don't
No,
even
brother, listen to me. You contact the central authority. The central authority will hand the command down to the
Who
local
signed
authorities.
those treaties?
Say what?
Who signed those treaties?
Our ancestors signed those treaties.
Who is your ancestor?
Anybody that's dark skinned, brother. My people from here.
Hold on.
My
See,
people
now this
ain't
shit,
from Africa.
look,
My people from
hold
here.
on. No, now this shit get mystical. But look, when you first began to speak, right, you said something alluding to the fact that something was taken, right? Do you remember that?
Yeah, that we were stripped.
It was stripped.
Language,
The thing that
culture.
was stripped. Hold on. The thing that was stripped, has it been returned? The thing that you are alluding to that was stripped, has it been returned?
No, that comes back to a whole political body. That's why, see, this stuff deeper than what y'all thinking about. You thinking on an individual level, brother.
No. Hold on.
Smoke Signal is right on it. Smoke Signal is on it.
Because the instant that you say something was stripped, I'm not talking about individual. I know they didn't just come over here and took some and take some from one motherfucker and it caused everybody to go into dishonor. Right? I wouldn't. That would be ludicrous upon his face. But what I'm saying is, the minute that you admit or even suggest that something was stripped or taken, and that thing hasn't been given back, it will put you right there in the same place where that thing was stripped. That would have to be addressed first. The stripping away of that. Look,
How can you jump over ABC and go to XYZ?
Real quick. The stripping away of that particular thing has to be addressed first of all. Go ahead.
No, what I'm saying, bro, I understand. It's exactly where you're coming from. What you talking about, I'm talking about too. I'm showing you that
you ain't go to
Hold on,
step
hold on, bro.
one.
Hold
You
on,
ain't go to
hold on.
step one. Step one is what? Declaring who? That you are who?
No, step one, I'm clearing that I'm a Moor, and I know I'm a
Okay, all right.
Moor.
Oh, so that's the most important. This is what I'm saying. Like everybody giving all this legal information, but they not going from step one.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying on a political scale. I know amongst my brothers, bro, they don't know what I know. So only thing I can do is try to teach them political legitimacy, bro.
Listen,
This shit
man.
is the United States
Rights are
Constitution had nothing to do with you, bro.
There's no group rights. There's not a such thing as a group right.
What you mean a group
People
right?
don't have rights. Rights are individual.
No, it's
You have
not.
to-
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. So sovereignty comes through people.
Not
United States.
necessarily,
How
though.
can you
Not
be a
necessarily.
sovereign?
United
How can
States.
you be a
United
group?
States.
You can be an
United States took
individual.
that
You could
principle
be,
from the Moors.
bro. Listen,
We the
you could
people.
be family. You can be an individual and still move in a sovereign capacity. That's a fact. So
Where
whether or
your
not
protection come from?
I understand the protection come from the laws that they swore to abide by. That's why I
No.
just read the UNDRIP. Listen, that's why I just read the UNDRIP, because this is something that they said that they was going to abide by. So you
The-
enforce it. So how you going to enforce something if you don't understand it?
I feel you, fam, but your protection comes through treaty. That's why.
Brother.
No,
How we
serious
gonna jump
talk.
over ABC and go to XYZ,
Brother,
and we
No,
haven't
I'm
addressed
showing
the
you
fact
where
that
the
they took
protection
land,
lies.
You
they
ain't
took
gotta
land from
use
us.
treaty. You don't even have to use. You can have treaty as a part of your dossier, but you don't have to have that. You could bring that up when you could bring that up. Well, actually, you can fight with it. But what I'm saying
No, that's the
is
ultimate
to the
win,
average
bro.
person, but not for everybody, brother. I have never used treaty and I have one. So I'm
So
not
you gonna
saying
ignore?
there's
So are we ignoring what Ronald Reagan did to us, the war on drugs, which was war on us?
No,
no,
that's
we
war on
definitely
black
not.
people.
All that shit go with it.
That's what I'm saying. So we missed. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here, because we speaking about us people. I know what I know, and I'm not smarter than nobody. I'm not trying to say I'm smarter than anybody on this panel. It's 10 of us on here. It's 10 of us can make change. If we can get
I
those to
agree.
really to see us clearly of what really going on, and we be clear about it, and be
But
very
what are
clear
you
about
going
it.
under, Willie Jones? What after all this conversation that we've been saying, when you go do that, what are you going under? Are you going under as a Negro, black, or color, or African American?
Since everything is all fucked up, I'm going up on an Aboriginal.
All right, there you go. And that's
I'm
all
going
I
up on an
wanted. That's
Aboriginal.
all.
But
But
look,
what is
brother,
an
hear me out
Aboriginal?
though. Hear me out.
What is an
There's
Aboriginal?
a treaty up on the American Indian. There's shit that happened when we was Negroes. There was land taken when we was up. My grandparents was Negro, and it was land was taken when my grandparents was colored, and it was land taken when my grandparents was American Indian.
And when
So,
all that happened, you was a so-called, all them terms that you just mentioned. You was so-called. You don't agree to the. I don't care what they. I
but
don't care
damage.
what they.
Look, damage happened.
I understand, bro. Listen, I
Damage happened, and
understand
I'm
this
with
damn.
Smoke Signal said.
Listen,
I cannot jump.
fam,
Or I cannot go nowhere. That's why I'm here. I'm here for that. I'm here
fam,
for what
we
they did to my
understand.
people.
Listen,
What they did to me and my people.
yes,
I don't
but
give a
all
fuck
I
about
was
none of
trying
that
to
other
get
shit.
you to, all I was trying to get you to say when you said, "What do you tell the brothers in jail?" You asked them what tribe that their grandmother told them that they was from, and from this point on, that they should be recognizing themselves as an American Aborigine.
I hope
That's
all the brothers in prison right now I hope they watching this shit on their little phones and saying that and make that declaration that you're Aboriginal. Wake the fuck up and get the fuck up out that prison like I did. Get the fuck up out that prison. Make your claim. Stay who you are and stand on that shit.
Hey,
you know
look, how you think when you go to casinos, right? These mongoloids got their own police. They got their own people working in there. They're pulling up in Rolls Royces and Bentleys and whatever. You know what I'm saying? And we go there to lose money to these people. So if they giving these people that, and your people subside them people, then what the fuck do you think you deserve?
Happy heavenly birthday, Martin Luther King, for exposing about the duplicity acts of America, giving foreigners and immigrants free land and the 700 credit score, all this shit behind our back while they giving us this fucking housing projects and fucking poverty welfare type shit. Got us all in this motherfucker on some not liking each other, Willie Lynch syndrome, and everything else you can throw up under the motherfucking bus. But I'm just saying that at the end of the day, I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior because by default, by things that happen to me, and I'm here to be a voice for those who don't know what the fuck is going on, that's in prison right now, don't even have a clue, even though they walking around that track and say, well, you know what, I did this to myself, but they ain't understanding the root cause. They ain't understand what really been played on them. And that's what I'm saying. We've been played big time on a scale that we could even never imagine
Bro, and
about.
we've been played by classifying ourselves as Negroes, blacks, and colors. The whole purpose of this whole conversation is to understand that your status is what's holding you back. If you don't declare who you are and work your magic with going forward with that, then that's the first step.
I can't look over the damage that's been done.
Willie Jones.
Real quick.
You understand? We all got PSD. We all got post-traumatic stress syndrome.
You trying to make it look. It is a mental health issue going on in America.
My
and
chick,
all of
my
it,
chick.
you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what you experienced. But other people experience different shit too, though. But at the end of the day,
let me
I know
ask you a
what
question,
happened,
Willie.
what did this to me.
Willie, let me ask you a question. Can you wake everybody up at the same time?
No, just continue being that alarm clock by it. You know what I'm saying? Just continue
Exactly. So because you woke up, you can't wake everybody up at the same time, brother.
So what I'm saying is
it's an individual thing.
Superman.
My
Those who are
My
woke,
chick.
smoke signal. Those who are woke, all I'm saying
I'm
is
just
that
making sure y'all heard.
the 13th Amendment Constitution was targeted when we was in our ignorant stage of not being what you saying the Aboriginal or declaring who you are, but we was up under the Negro, and they did a lot of damage to us. A lot of my homies are in prison right now. A lot of women are in prison right now. A lot of children been taken. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of shit.
But hey, Willie Jones, but your family might have never been slaves. But listen, Willie Jones, what you gotta understand is this. Yeah, you gotta understand. Listen, brother, listen.
What slave? What the fuck?
Brother, listen, Willie Jones, listen, brother. The 13th Amendment is for slaves, my dude. Everything that's in that Constitution is for people who are of any subjugation to the corporation.
Prove it.
Prove it.
Prove it to me.
Listen,
I'm telling you that it's targeting us.
My dude, listen, what I'm trying to tell you is this, brother. They wrote up a constitution and made people acquiesce to it. When you understand your people wasn't even operating under that constitution.
But what I'm saying, the misnomer, look, the criminal, look, they secretly right now, the government, they calling us criminals. They trying to get us to take that another misnomer like black. Everything else, because even Ice Cube was rapping about it.
You ain't no criminal though, right?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying.
All right, so I'm not one neither. So if anybody call me a criminal and out of my name, then guess what I can do for that? I can sue them for slander.
But they said it on white media. They said,
brother, all right. They said that about some people who agreed to it.
And they're attacking us, man. Look, they got their foot soldier, which is the law enforcement agency, all over America, going after us, man. Why the fuck we acting like we don't see
Hey, bro, can I say
we
something?
all know that. We all had these conversations, Willie Jones. We've been having these conversations.
So what I'm saying, the remedy to this is just knowing that we got to get, you know what I'm saying, you got to read that paperwork. You got to understand the Constitution, the laws that's been played, and not fall into that. That's all I'm saying.
Can I get 30 seconds, bro? And I'm gonna show you the trick what he talking about. Anybody on here got a Black's Law Dictionary? Look up the word parent portrayal. That's how they get our people. When our women go in there and have a baby, right? She don't go in there with a constitution. She don't go in there with a flag. So yes, by paperwork, he the brother right. He went right. She acquiescence to being whatever they called her on that paper.
Being a citizen, nigga. The whole thing is that's what getting them all jurisdiction is by you being a U.S. motherfucking citizen.
Y'all overlooking something. Y'all overlooking something though, bro.
Go ahead, smoke signal. Go ahead. What you was about to say?
This is my point. Who agrees with being called something that prevents them from having standing that long? Who agrees to that?
You agree to it.
No, I don't. I do not agree to that.
When you check off for the
I agree with it.
You feel your paperwork. Listen, any paperwork, and listen. Any paperwork that doesn't fit your best interest, you always reserve your rights when you activating your when you signing your nature over. Correct. All of these shits got a checklist.
Correct. UCC 1.0.
all of them got a checklist of different things that people acquiesce to. Are you an African American? Yes. Are you black? Yes. You don't never. Nobody never click. Nobody never clicked none of the other shit. Are you an American Indian? Even all right. Look, I am so-called that.
Hey,
go ahead.
A1. How did that get on the paper? How did that category? Wait, hold on.
Until it goes off.
Wait a minute.
Until it goes off, we trying to give you a remedy. Go ahead.
This is the issue. This is the issue. I'm not under the impression that people who taking you from a remedy is offering you that remedy back. That's all I'm saying. You talking about
their remedy. We're not talking about accepting their remedies.
Hold on. I know. But I'm saying this challenge is ultimate, right? This is not a challenge between Smoke Signal and A1. This is a challenge. This is a challenge. This is a challenge of the original people and the foreigners. And we find that the foreigners are currently administrating our fucking affairs, right? And I don't think it's because we decided to wake up one day and identify as something that will relieve us of our fucking status. Now let's just deal with the core issue. The core issue is we find ourselves as prisoners of war having no remedy with a damn status. That's what I'm saying. That's my suggestion.
There is remedy.
That's what I
don't know what the remedy is.
Read the remedy to you.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I am observing. Now we can do a lot of talking, right? We can say
a lot of talking. You need to listen.
We can say, look, we can say, yeah, there is a remedy, but until that remedy has been shown and proven,
you have to learn the fucking remedy.
Hold on.
Gotta learn it though. Smoke.
Once again,
like what are you not learning, bro?
Hold on. Once again, this is not a challenge between Smoke Signal and nonetheless. This is a challenge between the indigenous.
You keep talking,
But Smoke Signal, he talking from a point that he got remedy. He telling you from a point of something that he didn't got remedy from. When you
say he got remedy?
All these, look. See, look. I just explained to you. I just explained to you myself that there's remedy out there. He just explained to you other brothers had their certain circumstances to where they explained it to you as well. So what I'm saying is,
what's the remedy then? What's the remedy?
Brother, I just told you.
Know thyself.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro.
My bad, you Smoke. I apologize, bro. I didn't mean to come off at you like that, yo. My bad.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Education, bro. Study, bro. I'm telling you, get with you some good brothers that know the law.
Education, according to who, bro?
According to you, according to us,
ignorant.
not them.
Look, man. Look,
bro. Listen to me, bro.
Man, look,
Give me
one at a time, fellas. One at a time.
Listen, Smoke. Life is full of problems to be solved. All your problems ain't gonna go away until you die. So as long as you breathing and walking on earth, you're gonna have problems. One of your problems is gonna have to be solved by learning something. All your problems are gonna be learned or gonna be solved by learning something. One of the problems.
Why you think I'm asking questions, brother? Because I'm trying to learn something.
I know, but
what I'm learning is that this shit that we currently discussing is very fucking confusing. No one really agrees with all the terms and the conditions, and we see what we observe is one demographic, right? Existing at the top of our
right. Hold on. What's right is what's worked. What works.
See,
what's right is what works.
What happens in a conversation is if everyone is not allowed to express their thoughts without being interrupted, it adds more to the complexity. All I'm trying to do is just simplify this shit, right? So
it's not a simple thing. You can't simplify all things are not simple. All things are not simple.
Hold on, Smoke Signal. Let's get an understanding. Let's just get one understanding first. Do you at least know what the first step is? Did you learn what the first step is after all this information that I've been talking all this time? Because I'm not talking for my health. And I hope ain't nobody in the chat room or anybody that's on the panel. I'm not up here talking for my motherfucking health.
According to what I've gathered so far, I would say that the first step, according to you guys, would be to give notice, right? Or even before that, is to know who you are, right? Right. Then you can give notice. According to what I'm hearing from you guys. But then the question I would ask is notify who?
The people who got a claim against you.
Anybody that come against you.
What? And now I'm going to ask you. I know. I don't want. Let's not go into the mysticism. Let's just deal with what y'all putting on the table right now. We got our forks and our knives out, and we can enjoy this meal if we are allowed to. We saying our grace. We finna enjoy this meal. Okay. I asked you. Notify who, right? And then what you say after that?
Whoever got a claim against you, you got to wait till somebody got a claim against you.
Hold on. Okay, that's what I wanted to get back to. That's what I want to get back to. Why wasn't I notified that there was a claim against me?
You won't know until something happens.
Nah, in most cases you do though, because you're gonna have contact from one of their policy enforcers.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, once you get into some shit, now you already got on record. Like, look, I already told y'all who I was. Here go the record. Here the file number right here. You get that to the clerk. They're going to be like, well, they out of your jurisdiction. Case dismissed. Simple as that.
Man, listen, the easiest way, bro, I'm telling you, is to contact the central authority, bro.
You are the authority. Nobody is the authority over you, man. You are the authority.
Listen, bro.
This is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Hear me out.
Before you contact the central authority, are you going to put your status on the fucking record, bro?
That makes you the authority.
I'm contacting the central authority to let them know who I am.
You are the central authority.
Let's stop right there. So, bro, if you're gonna give a remedy from start to finish.
Listen, bro, hear me out.
No. You listen. Don't assume everybody know what you know. You're teaching the class.
No. Hear me out, bro. Hear me out. I'm not saying I know more than a lot of people.
I'm saying, listen, to the people who don't know this, you know more than they know. So for the people who don't know it, you have to let them know that you have to put your this is all I'm trying to get everybody to say when they saying something. Don't just go and say, "Oh, this is going to work for a Negro, or this is going to work for African American, or it's going to work for Black." It's a reason.
Status is key. Status is key.
Okay.
Status is key. Like, for example, if you're doing paperwork, right? Identifying who you are as on paper. You know what I'm saying? On paper. Look at the language.
Let's say something real quick.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Go finish your point, man. Hold on, let him finish his point.
Yeah. We gonna do this here. Go ahead, bro.
Look at the colorable language that they're using, Black, and then they'll say the origin of any Black African. That's colorable, bro.
So the repelling that without us getting long with, because I see we keep having the same repetitive conversations. The whole purpose of that is status.
Right. Well,
so that's that's it, man. Like, cause you keep going back into the same bag of tricks, man. Like,
no. Hear me out. You didn't even let me.
So once you do your status, what's the next step?
Okay, what I'm saying is you can get your status all that in on a one walk, bro, through the central authority. You come if you know you not
such a thing, right? Authority.
Black. Hold on. Listen. Black, Negro, color, African American, whatever. You know you're not those things. The central authority don't deal with color, bro. They deal strictly in international law.
Central authority. Please explain who the central authority is.
The governing body for the international law.
I'm gonna make it real simple. Government means mind control. When you take control of your own mind,
oh my God, brother,
then you the authority.
Oh my God, brother. We had government before we even
we did have governments, but what I'm saying is this, brother. When you put your status on the record, that's going to determine jurisdiction.
That's the world status, brother. You connect yourself back to
ain't nobody. Listen, everybody. Listen. That's a class that you're going to have to go step one. And people going to have step one is a process, right? Step one is a process of gathering enough of your information for you to change the status for you to be recognized as son. So step one is it's not that simple. So step one is a process. Then
bro, can I say hold on. See,
A1, what
You
city,
supposed to
what
overlooking.
state you live in,
You
A1?
overlooking
I'm
something
gonna show
major.
A1 what I'm talking about. A1, what state you live in?
I live in my body. I don't live in
Okay,
no state. I
what
live in my
About
political
body.
domicile. Where
jurisdiction?
you
I'm a
domicile?
spiritual being.
What political jurisdiction you lie?
The Amaru Moru,
No,
aka
what
known
political
as
jurisdiction you
America.
lie?
I don't honor none of these
No, bro, that's
I
give
live
me
in
a
Jersey. I live in New Jersey. I live in New Jersey.
okay. The political jurisdiction of New
He like,
Jersey.
no. He just trying to compel me under duress.
You
fucking
try. He trying to
No,
get you
no,
under
no.
the
I'm trying to
coerce.
get it.
He
I'm
gonna
trying to explain,
coerce me
bro.
to say that I
What
live
I'm
in
trying
the
to
state
do
and
is,
shit. I just
what
try
I'm
to live in my
what I'm
body.
Back to the
what I'm
history.
trying to do
Man,
is,
I'm fucking with you, bro. Go
bro.
ahead.
A1
What I'm
in
trying to
court
do
mode
is,
right now.
what I'm trying to do is for the audience because they don't know that what you know, bro. So for the audience, we got to be mindful for the audience,
Bro,
people
you
that want
just
this.
skipped the whole first process. Like every time you talk,
Listen to
like
me,
you.
brother. Listen
Go
to me.
ahead,
I'm
go
going to
ahead,
show you.
brother.
You say okay. You stay in the state of New Jersey.
Yeah,
Why won't you, as you and your family,
yeah.
right? You and yours that know that you who y'all is, right? That y'all say claim y'all what y'all say y'all is, right?
Yeah. That's a fact,
Contact that central authority body, the representative who do the legislation through the Supreme Court. They contact that body and say, hey, this family is not this. This is our status right here. And then this. Why won't you do that? Why? Because what you think the United States is, that's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. Y'all gotta first
Fam, when I
go
sent my
before.
declaration, allow me to
You gotta
reintroduce
study, bro.
allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ahanu Kiel. When I sent my declaration off, I sent it off to the Provost Marshal, the U.S. Marshal, Homeland Security, Rome, the United States Governor, Queen Elizabeth.
They under the DOJ, bro.
Okay, I put all of them on notice who I was. That's the only reason why I contacted them. I didn't contact them. I didn't contact them. Listen, I did not contact them to get acquainted with them. I contacted them to let them know that the person formerly known as Ahanu Kiel is now known as an American Aborigine. And here are the laws, and here are your declarations that allow us to claim. Well, that you saying that allow us to claim, because I don't never give them I don't never give them the entitlement to feel like they're doing me a favor.
I follow you. What I'm saying is though, hear me out. Just hear me out. I follow all of that. That's what you're saying, that the steps that you took. What I'm saying is, me and my household, all I had to do is contact the central authority and say, hey, I'm on more under this, and this treaty.
So is that going
what
to
you
work
call
for the next? So when you leave outside, when you leave outside your state, hold up, because we're gonna go point for point.
I'm showing you international law, bro.
If you live outside your state, so let's say, all right, I live in New Jersey. So when I go to Pennsylvania, am I going to have to do that again in Pennsylvania?
Yes, because that's the
okay. So the way I've done it.
If we don't have our own government set up, hold on. Let me clarify myself. If we don't have our own government set up, yes, that's what you should have to do.
That's the whole reason.
That's only for protection, though, bro.
We got you, brother. I wouldn't ask the question if I didn't know why I asked you the question, brother. That's the whole reason why I just gave you a list of departments or bureaucracies that I sent my declaration off to, so I won't have to do that. I CC the whole. You listen. You could CC every motherfucking sheriff department, every county that's in your state. You could CC all that. Pass that on to the next department. Pass that on to the next department. Pass it on.
Now watch this. Now watch this. I'm finished. Now. I'm listening to everything you said, brother. Now hear me out. Everything that you filed in the United States jurisdiction, now they have the jurisdiction over that matter.
Say that again.
Everything you filed let's say you filed it in the department in New Jersey, right? Through the New Jersey, you sent it off to Homeland Security. That's all part of the United States. They still have
certified so I can receive. I sent it off certified because I got a signature from one of their people accepting it.
It doesn't matter, bro. It's coming from the state.
So who the department
that you're talking about? The state still have jurisdiction over you. Why? Because you filed in their jurisdiction.
So the department that you
I don't file nothing in nobody's jurisdiction, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's how you move. You filing paperwork inside the jurisdiction of whoever you saying you
Right, the
claiming.
department that you just mentioned. Who is that?
That's not the United States. That's the central authority. That's the governing body for the United States, brother.
Okay, so it's still funded by the United States, right?
No, it's not.
So it has so
What
it's
are you
funded
talking about? That's
independently,
treaty
right?
matter. Look, 1783, the definitive treaty. That's where the United States get its authority from.
Who is the governing body over the United States?
Spain, France, Great Britain, Netherlands.
Wait a minute. Hold
That's
on. I
all
got
the
a
United
question.
States, brother.
Hold on. I
Wait
got
a
a
minute,
question. Real quick. I got a question, bro. What necessitated the need for a treaty in the first place?
Because you got nations, bro. That's how wars start. Look, bro. Let me, because I'm talking international law. International law. Hold on. These people operating under what you call ecclesiastical crown from Alexander the Pope, which is the Duke of York. That's how they get these contracts. All these people was looking like us at the time, bro. They wasn't no pale skinned people.
We
They was dark
understand
skinned
that,
people.
bro.
Hold on, brother.
We
Hold
understand all
on.
that.
I'm breaking it down for my brother.
You ain't breaking. Listen, you ain't breaking nothing down because we all know everything you saying.
Right.
That's what we
International
trying
law
to say. You
the
think
same
we
as
knew to
maritime
everything
law?
you saying. That's why I keep stopping you because you think
No,
we
it's not.
knew.
It's not the
Listen,
same.
bro. You think,
What I'm saying
we
is,
knew.
you thinking the United States is the state of Jersey, the state
Brother,
of
I
that's
don't
not the
deal
United
with
States,
treaties.
bro.
Me myself, I don't do. Okay, if you want to teach people how to deal with treaties, that's great for them. I don't recognize treaties because I know before any of these treaties was established, our people didn't need no motherfucking treaty between nations for us to know how to fucking treat each other. That's some
Okay,
shit that these
okay, watch
people
this.
put it. That's some shit that
Watch
we
this.
ain't
If
never
you
had
say
no treaty before,
yes, we did, bro. We
bro.
they got treaties date all the way
We had
back to the
treaties with who?
300s, bro, from
All the
Hannibal.
treaties gonna be with the United States.
No, United States wasn't even thought of. That's why I'm taking you back to the 1783 treaty because you think in the Articles of Confederation, right? Where they say the Articles of Confederation. That's what
Name one person that
some Moors
signed
use
those
that
treaties.
Articles of
Hey,
Confederation.
bro.
It wasn't strong enough. Hold on,
Wait
it
a
wasn't
minute,
strong
bro.
enough. So
Can
the
I say
states
something?
to keep the
Yo,
states
can I
in
say
check.
something real quick, bro? Can I say something? I just need a few minutes. Can I say something real quick? I just want. All right, yo. I get kind of pumped up, so I apologize for this jumping in, especially on Smoke, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I want to point out something, bro. And I just want to read something, and it's important that you know what I mean because what we talking about is contract, right? So right here, I'm gonna read this, right? So we can get an understanding, so people can learn just a little bit. You know what I mean? So we can just get an overall view. The rule of governing formations of contract is an easy to state. There must be one mutual asset and and two consideration or some substitute thereof. The difficulties are raised to apply the rule determining whether there exists any defenses or formations or enforcements of contract. The objective theories of contract to determine whether there is a mutual asset to test to be applied is an objective theory of contract. What is reasonable? What is a reasonable person in a position of each of the prospective parties would be led to believe by the words or conduct of other parties. Now, ending, I want to point out two forms of contract, right? Express and applied contract. Express, if the mutual assets is manifest in words, oral or written, the contract is expressed. And implied, in fact, if the promise of a party to infer from their acts or conducts alone, without spoken or written words, the contract is said to be implied in fact. Such contracts are nonetheless true contracts. The mutual assets is based upon conduct rather than words. So you have two forms of contract that they live by: expressed and implied. So if you don't put on the record or express somewhere in their public domain who you are, where you standing, what your jurisdiction you're operating on it, then you are under an implied contract where they will assume by your actions, which you hold, their insular possession, birth certificate, social security card, driver's license. All that stuff is an implied contract because you're holding their possession. But you must rebut that assumption through an express contract in their public domain, whether or not you have it on record or not. You better be very versed on what you say if you're running by implied contract. And a lot of people that don't know what's going on are under implied contracts, bro. And you're not expressing it in the public. You feel what I'm saying? Your position.
But you would
That's all
only
I'm gonna say.
acquiesce to the contract. I mean, see, like what you said. You said one of the key words is saying whether or not the contract is going to be valid is the conduct of the person who the other party that's part of the contract. If their conduct is not honorable and it's not something that's in your best interest, then it's best you get up out of it. And that's the same thing what we saying, even with all of this shit right here. I'm saying for the fact that people that's saying, like, trying to find out, okay, well, being an American Indian or being an Aboriginal or blah 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 blah, one of these different terms or whatever, how is you're going to benefit from it? You're only going to benefit from it by trying it. Most people, you asking these questions and you have never even tried you have never even tried these steps first. So try these steps first, and if these steps don't work for you, then come back and be like, but if they gonna do no, try these steps first, because you
Hey, I'm agree with you, A1. I'm agree with you, bro. And even with the they go even a little further to piggyback what A1 said. Say y'all want to change our status, right? The indigenous form, you can do the SF 181 form, right? You could mark, bro. Don't be threatened by the language of the contract. No rules of law.
The SF 181 form is only for work. You only showing your status on who you are when you presenting your work. To enforce the
right.
SF
So I'm gonna show you how to use
What's the SF 184 form? You're supposed to file it with a W4T termination, meaning that you are tax exempt.
Right.
Or you're withholding taxes as a result of the 180, the SS 180 form, which kindly on you presenting that
I follow you. I follow you, bro.
What I'm saying. Like, if you're gonna give a remedy, make sure you understand why we're using these remedies, and that's anybody that's up here on the platform.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, bro, I know what you're talking about. Cause I was just gonna give them that remedy too. Like, yo, stepping through that shit. If they need assistance right now, cause I know some of our brothers and sisters need assistance right now. That's what they talking about. But that's individual. What I'm saying is on a political scale, so we can get all our shit back, get their ass off the land. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So I understand what you're saying as an individual. Yeah, I get it. I get exactly what you're saying, bro. As individual remedy on how to get funding, because you can use the J Treaty, bro. If you call yourself American Indian, you can use the J Treaty, Article 4. You got a right to travel. That's your right to travel. You don't need no goddamn license,
bro. You could use all that. You could use the 1860 census. You know what I'm saying? You could use a lot of different remedies, but the first remedy is understanding. Well, what do I get as being an Aboriginal or Aboriginal more? Such as myself, right? What benefits do I get? Do I get the same benefits that Negroes get? A fucking nightstick over the head and thrown in jail over the weekend? Do I get that? Oh no, I don't get that. I actually get the fact that if these people attempt to do what they've been doing to Negroes all this time, that I'm going to get some type of financial remedy, and someone may lose their job as a result of of their actions. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand.
Hey, yeah, bro, but also this, real quick. Also this, in defense of a lot of people that go against the paperwork thing, it don't even matter if you got this shit on file or you express it or you have it in the public who you are. If your actions don't match up what you got on paper, all that paperwork don't mean nothing.
We ain't got no military. We ain't got no military. We don't got shit.
Yo, it don't. I mean that. Listen. That matters too. But the first thing is making these people. What they tell you, the pen is mightier than a sword. You have to enforce this shit, bro. They giving you a remedy to enforce it. They giving you a remedy to enforce it. So go through the first enforcement steps first to see whether or not this is gonna work for you.
How you think they got away with what they got away with?
Oh, we
Because
know
they
how
they got
did
military.
listen.
They wait for they
I
got
see you wrote a whole paragraph in
yeah. But
what's
let
the
me
name?
speak, man. You always speaking. You don't let nobody get a chance
Bro,
to
because we
they
ain't
thought.
up here. If you're not talking about no Aboriginal information, we don't
And
want
that's what I'm talking about, bro.
Okay,
But
go
you
ahead.
don't give a brother a chance, though. You
Go ahead,
want to just
brother.
keep on hogging everything. Brothers know
I'm
about
not
that, man.
hogging nothing. I'm not hogging
So
nothing.
let me speak. Let me speak
Listen.
this then.
Okay, I'm give a remedy. Don't give no dead end. Don't give no dead end story. That's
Man,
gonna lead
who
up
is
to.
you though, man?
Man, listen. You
Take a
right.
knee,
I
bro.
ain't nobody,
Take a
my
knee.
dude.
Take
I
a knee,
ain't
bro.
nobody. You
Take a
absolutely
knee.
right, brother.
I'm
Go ahead.
50
I
years
ain't gonna
old,
take
bro.
no
Take a
knee
knee,
though. But
man.
go ahead,
I've
brother.
been
I
in
ain't
the
gonna
trenches,
take no
bro.
knee.
Take a knee.
I'm
That's all.
not
Take
definitely
a
gonna
knee for
take
a
no
second.
knee.
Take a
That
Hey,
ain't
knee.
bro,
gonna
get
happen.
your thought off, man. We love each other, bro, man. Come on, man. Like, let's
You
stop the
said hey,
bullshit.
I said a lot in the back chat. Read that, bro.
Bro, we
Take
all
a knee.
know that. We know what crimes they done did to us,
Hey,
bro.
Okay, so this is the remedy. This is what I wanted to ask you though,
hold on
before you
just a
cut me
second.
off.
Hold on just a
All
second,
I'm saying
y'all.
is that if we have the brothers,
Hold on, brother Willie. Hold on. We're gonna switch the topic, man. We've been going for about 3 hours and 10 minutes, man. I'm about to get ready to get out of here. I got a few things I gotta do. But I do want to say I appreciate you brothers for holding y'all this thing. It was a good conversation. We don't all have to agree. There's different ways to skin a cat. So there's gonna be solutions and pathways that other brothers and sisters lean more to because it's best suitable for their situation. All right. So just learn how to implement that, stay within your lanes, and try to, you know what I mean, be courteous to other people's understanding and perspective, because not everybody is standing in the same spot, which means by forfeit you can't see it by the same perspective. So I want to say peace and blessings to everybody that's on here. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. So I'm gonna let y'all brothers close out with a few words. I'm gonna give each and every one of you brothers 30 seconds. I know y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all got enough disdain to 30 seconds and close out. I'm gonna let everybody say what they want to say before we end. Peace and blessings, y'all.
Yeah, I go first. Then since nobody else want to get their 30 seconds off real quick. And I just want to end with this, man. Every time you ask for smoke, I'm coming. I'm out to be severe. Peace.
AP, share my screen.
Yo, before I go, y'all just want to say, make sure you're actually living what you're talking about, bro. And that's a true remedy right there. Don't say you this and you that, and your actions is different than what you expressing, bro. And that's all I wanted to say. I'm out.
Peace, man. Shout out to brother nonetheless. Go ahead, Poker Chew. I know you want to share something
All
on
right.
stream.
Yeah, I wanted to drop this real quick. I just wanted to get your thoughts on this. So, this right here, right, says Lixus is an ancient city founded by the Phoenicians before the city of Carthage. Its distinguishing feature is that it was continuously occupied from antiquity to the Islamic era. It has ruins dating to the Phoenician, Punic, Mauritanian, Roman, and Islamic periods. So check this out, right? Check out this stonework. You can see this? Y'all can see that?
Yeah, we can see it.
Let me show y'all something. So I went to Peru. Check this out. Check out this stonework. This don't look exactly like what's in Morocco.
Mm-hmm.
Let me show y'all real quick. What y'all think about that?
That look like the Coricancha.
They look like some type of structure. I see the stone cutting style, that polygram style that you see in the ancient Mayan. Like some type of ball court.
So this was all in Peru. This is in the Larco Museum where they got the Inca Kings list. So if you notice, the people there, it look like fezzes. And this is the Moshe. This is the pre-Inca. This is the people that inhabited Peru before the Inca.
Have you ever seen the feathers that they got in the Inca? I mean, that the Inca
Yeah.
got? So
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you
This is the
can't.
Moshe. This is the Moshe. The Moshika. But boom. So there's some This is Peru in the colonial times. So if you notice, you see how the women were dressing. It kind of looked like some Islamic type of dress. How they're covered, you know.
And look what the Negro wearing though. Look. If you go to the other side, look what they got the Negro wearing. At the bottom, all the way down to the nah, look. In the corner right there.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna scroll through a few of these pictures. I want y'all to see them. But I went to the so this was in Lima, Peru. It was the Afro Peruano Museum. But check this out. It's all black Peruvians. So if you notice the sign, it says Peru Ancestral, which is like they're not saying no like take us back to Africa, none of that. You know what I mean? These people are talking about we're Peruvian at the core. This is our ancestry. You know what I mean? And look how they look. They look just like our folks from here.
Nah, them Negroes.
Are those people facing identity crisis or anything like that?
Probably now. I'm certain. But at this time, they're like Peruvians.
Well, we over here in America, we facing an identity situation, and we trying to just destroy all misnomers, especially Black, African American, anything that try to take us off our land.
That's a fact.
If you go to Peru coat of arms, it's Moorish.
Yeah,
it won't help us over here.
Check this out. So this is
that's your brother, man.
This is Cusco, Peru, right? And I want y'all to see this. This looks like you're in Moorish Spain. Oh, check this out. This so there's a church. There's a church by Machu Picchu.
That's probably wasn't even a church. That's probably some shit that they converted into a church.
And check this out. Look what's inside. Do y'all not see the black Jesus right here hanging that they praying to?
Of course.
They got him in the back. Y'all see that?
Of course. I mean, of course they're gonna have a black Jesus. Yeah, he got dreadlocks or some type of shit,
man. Enough of this.
Thank
you. Appreciate it, man. Enough of that. We don't need that. We don't,
But check this out. It's Machu Picchu. Look at this. This right here, this is the epitome of engineering architecture.
It's a beautiful scene.
Amazing. Look at the stonework.
It's nice.
And if you check this out too, this is I want y'all to see this is Cusco, but legit everywhere in Cusco, Peru, it looks like Moorish Spain.
I wish those foreigners that's here and immigrants over here go over there. I wish all of them get on the boat, all that. Just go over there, take a trip, and just love it over there. Leave off our land. Get off our land. It's beautiful over there in Peru, whatever that. Go on over there.
Everywhere in Peru. Everywhere in Peru. It looks like Spain. It looks like Spain. And you know what? When I was there, I asked them, I was like, why do they have architecture like this? Are the Spaniards responsible for this? And you know what the guy told me? He said that the Spanish didn't create architecture here, but they forced the Inca, once they conquered the Inca, they forced the Inca to make this. So the reason why it stands out how it does is because of the Inca craftsmanship.
You believe that?
Nah, definitely not. Definitely not.
But make sure you let us know you don't believe that.
But check this out. So this is little figurines of the Moshe. If y'all see on the top row, what they got on their heads? What are these on their heads? Y'all see the fezzes?
Bro, these people ain't gonna never believe them fezzes, my dude. Like I don't know. Don't even just say they a hat. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you some real shit. They ain't gonna never believe, even if you saying it's a fez. You say it's a hat.
We wore the big hats and they wore the small hats.
Look, this is more of that stonework, the same one that's the archaeological site in Morocco. Same of the similar stonework that I know.
Shit, bro. It's the same goddamn thing, bro. Like,
but my thing is though, which one would you say came first though? Was it the one?
Hair is first. The hair is first, bro. Over in Super Peru got older antiquity than over there in Egypt. But then they say Mesopotamia. They try to say, but Mesopotamia was over here. The Sumerians are from Peru.
Yeah.
I agree with you, one.
You know what I'm saying? The Sumerians are from over here. All religion come from the Sumerian tree of life, bro. All that
Yeah,
shit.
because either Asar was thought.
Check
Should
check
stayed
out
over there. Man,
yeah,
should have stayed over there.
check out this huge mural that they had. They had on one of the streets of Peru. So basically, you read the mural from the left to the right. That's how it goes. So the center would be the rise of the Inca. But look how they got the person in the middle. Look how they got him depicted. Look at the complexion he is.
Yeah, they only run that play on us over here in North America, bro. Hey, where else you go, you know Negroes was running shit. They know Negroes was running shit in Peru, but they still under some subjected government that
That's a
the
fact.
United States still controls.
Because
The
they call
United
themselves Peruvian. They not
Yeah,
Peruvian.
yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what the whole conversation is about. Status. If that's all that the people want to hear, status. That's all I'm saying. If I cut anybody off, I apologize. But keeping upon status. We know we black, we know we Negro, we know we color. But guess what? You have a remedy that you don't have to use them terminologies. Not to throw away the history that goes with that. But you don't have to use them terminologies. And if you are using them terminologies, you're gonna get the same thing that niggas always got. Period.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But yeah, I just wanted to.
Man, I really enjoyed it, man. I
Beautiful.
appreciate that part with you, man. That's really nice to end the build with. So I'm allow the rest of you brothers to. And we got Superman, we got Mr. Bay, and we got Darvis Baylock. I'll let your brother in. Appreciate you again, once again, Poetry.
Nah, no doubt, no doubt. I got a lot of photos to share. I've been to Brazil, Peru, Mexico, and man, when y'all were touching on Moorish Mexico, man, I kid y'all not. When y'all go there, it looks like I don't know.
It look
Look
like
like
Spain and
yeah.
Portugal.
I ain't even gonna hold you. I ain't even gonna. It looks like Italy.
And Italy. They
Yeah.
all got the same shit.
All of it. In Mexico City, I was.
All right, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Anybody else want to say something before we got here? Brother Darvis, you want to say something? Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Drop them fire emojis in the chat, man, before y'all go, man. Make sure y'all get them likes up, man. I really want y'all to get them likes up, especially if y'all enjoyed the build. If y'all enjoyed it, get the likes up. You know what I mean? Support the channel. I already probably know y'all enjoyed it. Also, man, if you want to support the channel, go ahead and support the channel, man. You know the real support the real. The real support the real, man. If you want to know how to do that, Cash App and PayPal information is at the bottom of the screen. Most important thing y'all can do before y'all get out of here is hit that like button. Shout out to Roger W for the Cash App donation. We appreciate that. Shout out to Roger W in the chat, y'all. Make sure y'all show the brother some love for supporting the channel, man. We appreciate that. Shout out to Roger W once again for the Cash App donation. All right, Darby, you got it, brother.
Peace. Man, I enjoyed the bill today, man. It was a subject matter we all need to really spend more time dealing with, such as civics. Our enemy using law against us. Our ancestors came up with these laws. It's our duty, our responsibility to understand it. And basically, that's all it is. And one more thing, man, you got to remember, it is illegal to be a Negro. And it's hurtful, it's hard. I know it may step on some tools, but it is what it is, King. Beside that, man, peace, man. Shout out to the panel.
Hey, Darvis,
Appreciate
real quick.
Look at that.
Why is that, though? Why is it illegal to be a Negro?
Well, I didn't want to get into that A1 about the end.
I got you.
Another note.
I got you. Just keep that one. Next time we meet up, man, have an answer for that.
Oh no, this is gonna be a conversation that I feel like we're gonna have to constantly come and revisit. I believe it's well needed. Like brother said, it's taboo. It's hardly even had, and it can get kind of hostile. So we want to be able to cool the energies, be able to have these conversations in a peace and harmonized environment. And I shout out to you, like-minded brothers, for coming with y'all thoughts and y'all answers and solutions from which y'all see it from. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, so we will be revisiting these legal, lawful, and constructs conversation. So yeah, man, shout out to everybody. Go ahead, A1. I'll let you end it off.
I mean, I don't know who. I think Superman up here too, but
oh yeah, let me. All I can say is study to show yourself approved.
That's all you got to say, my brother? Where you go?
That's it, man. That's just study, man. You know, it's the only way you're gonna solve your problems. It's shit. Study, man.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just saying, like, but you know, you have to know what to study. But with that being said, like I said, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, you know, shout out to everybody that came up here. But don't tell me you got a remedy when you still acquiesce and pleaded guilty. That's not a remedy. A remedy is them not being able to adjudicate over you entirely. And you're only going to get that by being in your proper status, which would be American Indian or American Aborigine or Cherokee, Choctaw, Nanasket, whatever, and how you enforce what you're trying to get. So with that being said, we'll have this conversation again. This will be an open conversation going further, man. Peace to the guys, peace to the goddesses, peace to the brother AP, peace to all the brothers that was on the panel as well. Peace to everybody in the chat room. Peace.
Man, peace and love to everybody that came through, man. I want to say peace and love. Make sure y'all pay attention, understand what's going on, keep researching, challenging the mainstream narrative, and keep doing what you're doing, man. Y'all guys are very much part of it. I know it's large platforms that do amplify this information, but you guys is in the chats that constantly spread it on the grassroots levels are the connecting factors to a lot of this. So shout out to each and every one of you guys. Make sure y'all support the channel before we go. With that being said, be safe, be aware, stay vigilant, stay dangerous. It's your brother, Original Power. We out here. Peace.
See, my life has been in motion. I'm a little windy. I'm not giving up yet. If you with me, time to place up your bet. Ain't no turning back. Got niggas who ran. When we caught his ass, got caught in that jam. Yeah, you know who I am. Yeah, you know who I am. I can feel it coming. I can feel it coming. It's that feeling in your stomach, you can feel it coming. It's that feeling in your stomach, you can feel it coming. Yeah, you can feel it coming. Fake love, that snake you in your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote it. Too much fake love, that snake you in your face, love. Your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote it. Too much fake love, that snake you in your face, love. Your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote it. See, my life has been in motion. I'm a little windy. I'm not giving up yet. If you with me, time to place up your bet. Ain't no turning back. Got niggas who ran. When we caught his ass, got caught in that jam. Yeah, you know who I am. Yeah, you know who I am. I can feel it coming. I can feel it coming. It's that feeling in your stomach, you can feel it coming. It's that feeling in your stomach, you can feel it coming. Yeah, you can feel it coming. Fake love, that snake you in your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote it. Too much fake love, that snake you in your face, love. Your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote it. Too much fake love, that snake you in your face, love. Your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote it.